Have you experienced the awesome power of the Panasonic Real 3DO system? Obviously.
Presenting 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe. It's time to put away your toys.
3DO from Panasonic, Gold Star, and Creative Labs. A new low price and free games.
Mind-blowing graphics of Panasonic Real 3DO.
3DO.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 3DO Experience, the 3DO Retrospective Podcast, where we talk about all things 3DO, the company, the console, and everything in between. I'm Bill, and this is Threk. Hey, Threk.
Can they see me?
Yep.
Can they hear me?
Yep.
Can they smell, touch, and taste me?
I don't know about that, but if they can, that's impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yes. Hi. Hello. I have returned. Jesus fucking Christ. I hate technology sometimes, and then the bullshit that comes with that. But we're here. A long story short, I had to go through a couple of different computers because the one broke on me, and then the repair shop arguably made it worse, so I had to kind of fight with them to get some of my money back, but they wouldn't give me the whole thing, but whatever. Somehow broke a laptop by just doing normal laptop shit with it, but then got another one, so here we are. So fuck everything, but I'm here. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. This week is only Tuesday, and it feels like it's been like 7 days already, so that's
well,
great.
To be fair, we've had 7 days worth of things to talk about.
Oh, we've had the internet exploded in these last few days, and
yes. So, warning up front, in case you didn't read the title or the description, we are not covering a 3DO game this week for various factors. One, there's been so many game announcements in the last week or so that the news segment would just take up the whole time, and we were going to cover all of that stuff. Two, due to my technology problems, I didn't get enough time with the game that we're going to do to have enough to say. And three, the little bit I have played is like, oh, I want to like cover this game more in depth. So if you're here for the 3DO analysis, we will see you next week, because here we're just talking all new game announcements. The spirit of E3 has returned. That's what it feels like. If you guys remember in the E3 days where it would happen, you would just see all of these different announcements happening, and it was like hard to keep track of everything. It still exists. It's just the Summer Game Fest mess, bus fuss in a Russ or something. I don't know, but it's been a lot, guys.
Yeah. So basically, this episode's just gonna be one giant news segment, and it's gonna be interesting because, my God, I don't have enough money or time to play half the shit that got announced.
I don't have enough money or time to play what I have now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and there were all kinds of announcements through all kinds of directs and showcases. We're not going to cover every single game because this episode. So what we're going to cover are our highlights from the Sony show, the Summer Games Fest main show, the Xbox show, the Nintendo Direct. Those are like the four main ones. And then any other like kind of tertiary announcements that took place around it that weren't included in anything that I feel were worth talking about. So, so apologies to anybody looking for our wholesome game direct analysis. Sorry, there was nothing there that really interested me, but those just aren't my kind of games. That's all. I'm glad they exist.
Yeah.
And they're doing some good work over there, but it's just, I do not have the mental capacity to handle wholesome farming games. I'm sorry.
There's just too many of them now.
Yeah, there's like 3 million, and they're all just copying Stardew, and it's like, you might as well just play
Stardew or Story of Seasons. It's like,
yeah, it's like you might as well just play those.
Or
Rune Factory.
Yeah, yeah. Remember back when Farmville was like the farming game?
Oh, I think Farmville was like a weird embryonic version of the cozy game. because that game was huge on Facebook. I even played it because it was just this, and playing a game like that in your browser was kind of a new thing at the time. Like it was kind of beyond what Flash games were capable of for a bit. So it was just kind of like a fad that kind of morphed into the stuff we see like on mobile games, and then of course cozy games as well. It like Farmville is weirdly an important game in the grand scope of this stuff. So yeah, crazy, right? But before we begin, I just remembered we got Chinese today, so my stomach is very happy, and I got my fortune cookie, and I figured I would save opening it for the show. So let's open it and see what's in here.
Oh boy.
And get some ASMR for you.
When did this turn into a GNC episode?
I mean, you can put on some background music. I don't care.
No, Alex will get mad again.
All right, I got to get the crack in there. Ooh, that's nice. All right, let's see what it says. I should kill myself. What? No. It says, be generous and charitable to those in need.
Nice.
I agree.
You ever got a blank piece of paper in there before?
No, I don't think I ever have.
I have.
That's a misfortune cookie.
No, a misfortune cookie is when there's nothing. Which
Yeah.
I've had that happen before too.
I have opened ones and nothing was in there. I've had that, yeah.
That's just like, oh. Well, when it's
That's
blank,
funny.
the blank is even funnier because you open it up, it's just like, oh, I have
Man.
no fortune.
Well, I gotta say, us gamers are full of fortune right now because goddamn.
Do you remember back when like
announcements?
we were always like crying for more RPGs to come out, and now it's just like, guys, can you give us like maybe like a month to like catch up? Holy shit.
I did see somebody say that we are it's clear we are officially out of the COVID development issues. Because, for a while in the early half of the decade, it felt like there weren't as many games coming out because of all the COVID complications. But now it feels like, yeah, we are all past that now, and everybody is just dumping everything out. But suspiciously, everybody is leaving open November, December, and January. And, I'm trying to remember why. Is there something big coming out in November that everybody's afraid of?
Yeah, well, supposedly. I'm still
It's a new Saints Row game, I think. About fucking time.
Damn it, I thought it was the Getaway 3.
Oh, that would be nice. Or maybe the Getaway 6, I think. Yeah, there's
I missed 5 of those, I guess. I don't know.
there's like twerking alligators, I think.
I don't know. Yeah, there's a game, supposedly it's going to be pretty big. I'll believe it when I see it because...
I mean, let's be real here. We all know when GTA 6 comes out, the very next day, we're going to read an article that's like, oh, it sold 10 million copies in 24 hours. Like, we're all going to read that and go, yeah, that's about right.
They won't be me because I'm not buying this one at launch. Not buying it.
I'll wait. It's going to be like $80, and I'm just not about that.
It's also just not a game I know I'll play right away. So
yeah, if for some crazy reason it launched at 60, I would buy it. But that's not fucking happening. So, oh well. Anyways, why don't we start with we'll start with the Sony State of Play because that was chronologically first. What did you think of this guy overall?
I will say it was good, but not great. Like for Sony standards, they showed games, some stuff I was interested in. There was a few surprises, but for the most part, yeah, like it was very Sony. Like Sony has this weird thing where like they do what we ask, but for some reason they're so fucking like they do it. That's it. No pizzazz, no fun. Just here's the games. Go away.
It definitely feels like Sony is playing the role of the comfy lead, where they don't feel like anybody is really chasing them or trying to catch up to them, so they can act this way. Which in a way is true, but it's also not true if you think about it in totality. But
I think they're also kind of in the middle of like a management Crisis, because I don't think who's even ahead of Sony at this point. I have no idea anymore.
I forget. It's not. I know Jim Ryan left quite a while
He's
ago.
gone.
And it feels like they were like, yeah, we're stripping all of that shit out of the live service stuff because it clearly wasn't working.
I miss Kaz Hirai so much. That was funny. At least that guy had a personality.
Or what was his name? Herman Holtz.
He was okay.
He was okay.
Yeah. Who was the other guy? Who's the guy after Kaz Hirai? He was okay.
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
I forget. I think it was like Andrew something. He was okay.
Yeah. So I'm referring to the IGN article that was like the best one I could find about the state of play. So if it's missing something, please let me know.
Okay. The one I found is PlayStation.blog or blog.playstation.com.
Okay. So. And did that have everything?
It had the big announcements. So.
Okay. It's saying everything, so we'll see. But it's not in like order because the first thing it starts with is the last thing they showed, which is God of War Laffy. Okay. Which one is that? I missed the state of play just because I was still going through my computer crisis.
Yeah.
So is it Laffy? Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Laffy.
Okay. So basically it's the next God of War game. So we got that like 2D one not that long ago.
Yeah.
I think people were just kind of meh on. And then they announced this, which is it says here it's our first look at Faye, Kratos' wife, in action as she seemingly makes her way to the afterlife to face gods of different mythologies who aren't happy that she's there. So it's basically like, I guess, taking place during Thor and Ragnarok, like while she's like dead or like in ashes or whatever, her spirit is in like purgatory trying to fight her way to heaven, I think is the idea. The bits of combat I saw, it's very reminiscent of the earlier God of War games.
That I
much
enjoyed.
More acrobatic and everything, but still having that third person camera like before. I mean, it does look pretty good. I mean, you know, we'll get to see more of her relationship with Kratos and sort of like, you know, what binded them together and why it was all so important. Because from what I know of Thor and Ragnarok, their relationship was always there, but they never gave that many details out. Like it was never super deep. And I think this game is kind of meant to have more of that in there, which I think is really cool. It's a good way of them expanding upon the lore while they're working on the next phase of God of War, like what they're planning to do with that kind of a thing. And I love her sidekick is a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
That who's voicing that cube? I forget that. I think it's Jack Quaid.
Oh,
and it's like that's perfect casting right there. Jack Quaid's cool. I like him. And then of course, I feel like the controversy around this game was so forced.
What? Because oh my god, woman. Like,
and it felt manufactured. You know, like I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but like, was this planted there just to give the game free press? Because it's like, why? Like, what is there to like? She's been a main character in the series,
such a mainstay, but
I know, but like, if only they, the people who bitch about it with God of War, it's like they don't play the games.
Well, yeah, the people that can do these complaining things never play these fucking games.
Exactly. They just harass people online for like Elon Musk money or something. It's so fucking stupid because what I saw of the game looks really cool. So
it does. It looks better than. I'm not gonna lie, I still haven't played Ragnarok. I
haven't played Ragnarok either.
I mean,
I never finished 4. I played a good chunk of 1 and 2. I have not beaten a God of War game. I do want to go through and play all of them at some point.
I'll say like I liked 4, even though 4 was really like that start of like Sony games all feeling identical for a while.
It felt different enough from like Last of Us and Uncharted, I think, that when people were trying to do the sad dad sim stuff, it's like, yeah, but God of War has a little bit of difference to it. A little bit, but that just could be the legacy that those series had always that the games had before it got to that.
Yeah.
Point.
I'll say this one, I enjoy the fact that it looks like there's some color. Like like it's still gray, but it's also colorful. Like at the same time.
I mean, from what I remember of God of War, it wasn't gray. It was just very white because of the snow.
Yeah, it was a very
a stark kind of
Stand.
color game with like, you know, the snow and everything, but it made sense because he was in the snow, like completely isolated, wanting to forget all of that stuff. So I think it was a nice, like, stark contrast from the games prior. But I get like, I mean, if you're in this weird like purgatory, you can kind of do whatever you want. And I praise the developers for having that creativity to just kind of go for it.
I mean,
And being
Santa
like,
Monica,
what if we try this? What if we try that? You know?
Santa Monica makes some really good games. They're just
Yeah. They're just stuck on God of War.
Yeah, they have, which is funny because they used to make so much weird shit back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard an on and off rumor that they were making like a new IP that was like sci-fi themed, but I don't know if that's like if that ever went anywhere. Maybe it got canceled. I do not know.
I wonder if it's
I'd heard
because-
that kind of off and on over the years.
I wonder if it's because at the same time, fucking Sony, I mean, that's Naughty Dog's also apparently making a sci-fi game, and they're like,
Well, Intergalactic.
yeah. Speaking of them, where the hell was Naughty Dog?
I mean, Naughty Dog are the golden goose, so they can take all the time they want to make their games, man.
The Golden Goose, who I just realized, like, who's left? I've looked because I just realized Evan Wells retired.
Yeah,
like-
he did.
Who's left? It's the Neil Druckmann show now. Like, it literally is.
Yeah, and Druckmann is, I guess, allowed to just kind of do whatever he wants because
I guess.
because they just heralded him as this like creative genius when I think you, me, and some other people would contest that.
See,
Like, I don't like the guy's talented, but
he's creative, but he needs somebody to like keep him on track. Like he needs a Bruce
Exactly.
Straley, like
Yes.
to like be like,
he-
okay,
he's
focus.
George Lucas. He's an
Kinda.
ideas man, but you need talented people around him to make his ideas work.
yeah, because like it's night and day. You look at Last of Us 1, The Last of Us 2. There's one key person missing between those two games.
Exactly, and I think that's why Last of Us 2 was so controversial
Which
because
sucks because
Druckmann was really trying to do something, but I think he just didn't really know what he was trying to do or like how to make it appealing, I guess. But we're not here to contest Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
That's old news. It's already been remastered, twice now? So who gives a shit? But yeah, God of War Laufey looks really interesting. So there's that. We saw more gameplay of Marvel's Wolverine. And am I the
Still
only
don't care.
person who's like,
Still
I
don't
watched
care.
it and I'm like, it's fine, I guess, but like, it just feels like a lesser X-Men Origins Wolverine. Because it's like really trying to go in for like the gory stuff. And it's like, I've played this game before and that game was awesome. So
That
it's
game was-
just not hitting the same way. I don't know.
That game was better than it had any right to be. This game you expect
Oh, yeah.
to be good, and it feels whatever.
It feels like a AA game, which is kind of weird considering
Which-
the Spider-Man games from Insomniac have been doing so well and were AAA stuff with
It's
the
also
Marvel license.
Insomniac who have never had a miss. Not
I mean,
counting.
I don't think this game's going to be bad. It doesn't look bad. It just looks average.
I need to take that back. I forgot Fuse exists.
Fuse gets a pass.
Fuse was better when it was Overstrike.
So I mean, again, it looks okay, but it's not like,
Yeah.
oh, I really need to play that or anything like that. It just, I don't know. It's not hitting the same way, and it's like I don't know why. There's
See,
just
this
something
is
about
like-
it.
This game makes me feel like the non DC fans who don't get the Arkham games. Like that kind of reminds me of the same thing. Where I'm kind of like,
Sure.
I'm not a Marvel guy, so it looks fine, but I just don't care.
Yeah.
Like
So-
Spider-Man kind of gets a pass because Spider-Man's kind of like that character that can transcend between companies.
And
Um,
like sort of the gameplay loop that Spider-Man introduces is so unique that you can't really copy that in other games. Like the
Like-
web slinging and all the acrobatics that Spider-Man can do. It's hard to replicate that in other games without it just feeling like a clone of Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas Wolverine, this type of like gory action beat 'em up-y stuff, it's like, well, there's like a million games that do this.
This
You know,
all
like
this
it's not
trailer-
as unique.
Oh yeah, because all this trailer really is you run forward, stab somebody, run forward, stab somebody, occasionally jump, impale on forklift.
I mean, that can be, and it can be fun.
It
when
can
it's
be
done
fun.
when it's done well, but I feel like I played this game on the Xbox 360.
This would
You
be
know
a
what I
game-
mean? And that game was, again, like, I'll never forget the moment where you take a guy's and shove his head into the helicopter blades.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is awesome, right? And this game, I don't think it's going to go that far.
No, this feels like
all
a
the
game,
gore feels like aesthetics.
Yeah,
you know,
this really feels like a game that would have been popular to like kids in middle school, just because
feels
they weren't
like
old
it would be popular with like the prototype crowd. You know what I mean? It has that kind of vibe to it, and I'd rather just play prototype.
Yeah, well, prototype's fun because you could kidnap you could like steal a grandma's body and then climb up a building and then just grand slam into the ground.
That's awesome, yeah.
Like prototype.
We need to 3D own the prototype games in the future.
We do. Prototype and Infamous. We have to do that.
And Hulk Ultimate Destruction, like kind of like that whole
Prototype
thing.
Zero.
Yeah, exactly, because those games are great. But yeah, I don't know about Wolverine. It'll do well.
No, I'm sure it will. It just
I just
me
feel
not
like
being a Marvel guy.
yeah. I mean, I like Wolverine fine, but I don't know. I feel like I would like it more if it was an X-Men game, and you had all these different characters that could do all different kinds of stuff, and Wolverine was just one part of the game. I think it would be more appealing in that way, but what can you do? The other thing they announced, this one I thought was surprising, was Until Dawn 2.
Right.
They're making a goddamn sequel to Until Dawn. I have not played Until Dawn. I know it's a game that I would like, I'm sure. I just haven't gotten around to it. I've played some other Supermassive games. They did The Quarry, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I played through that, and I had a good time with that. So I'd probably like Until Dawn. But yeah, them doing a sequel is weird. What do you think, Bill? Did you play Until Dawn?
I played Until Dawn. I didn't love it like a lot of people did, but I found it unique. Like, I thought the whole concept was fun. This looks like more of that, which is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot about some of the scenes in this trailer. Jesus Christ. Don't let the kids watch this one.
I mean, you know what you're getting into.
So this game is exactly what they want to play. I was gonna joke saying
because they don't live this shit anymore.
I know. Oh gee,
it's all
off the
vicarious.
cliff into the rock. What the fuck? I was gonna say maybe they should make a game based off the movie because the movie had nothing to do with the game.
Yeah. Do you feel like Supermassive games are like if like am I thinking of John? Who am I thinking now?
Oh.
The
Supermassive isn't even making this.
Supermassive's not making Until Dawn 2?
No, it's being developed by Fire Spirit Games.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. I'm curious now.
Because I'm trying to think. Okay, who's the heavy David Cage? Like these games look like if like David Cage's studio made a game without his involvement.
Jason.
You know what I mean? Like that's like when I played like The Quarry. That was the vibe I got from it. It was like this is like David Cage-esque.
Okay, so Fire Spirit is
a over
British,
the top.
So it's a British studio established in 2012 by former Studio Liverpool. Oh, so former Psygnosis people. That's interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and they're making Until Dawn 2. What else did they make? They made
Run Sackboy Run. The
sure
Persistence. Did. So they did a bunch of VR stuff. They did the Horizon VR game.
Okay.
So they were doing VR stuff, and now they're just making like a game.
Well, that makes me wonder what happened to Supergiant then. Supermassive. Supergiant's a very different.
I'll say Supermassive. I don't think they're a first party studio. They just kind of do their own thing.
No, they're not owned by Sony, so they probably moved on to do other things.
Yeah, because Until Dawn was, if I remember correctly, Supermassive made it, but Sony just published it.
Oh.
But they have the rights to that. But also Supermassive, they do, as I said, The Quarry. They have like the Dark Pictures anthology, which is a lot of like smaller games that they do kind of in that style.
Also, apparently in 2024, the company's co-founders left, and apparently they've laid off 150 employees and cut most of their workforce. Maybe that's why they're not making this game.
Maybe. Because they really need those Sony bucks, I guess.
I guess.
Well, yeah. Looking at their stuff, yeah, they've done the Dark Picture stuff. They did the casting of Frank Stone, which is like in the Dead by Daylight universe, I believe. They did Little Nightmares 3, which was a bit controversial because I think 1 and 2 were done by a different dev who did Reanimal, I believe. And their most recent game was in May, Detective 8020, the game that like came out very recently, which is also in the Dark Pictures series, but I think it's trying to like separate itself because their other games would say like the Dark Pictures anthology, the blah 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 or whatever, right? But this one they don't specifically. So I think they're just kind of on their own path, doing their own thing. But if they're laying off a bunch of people and everything, and because their games haven't reviewed super well over the years. Like I think Until Dawn's probably their most liked game.
I think that and The Quarry, they're like the two big ones.
I enjoyed The Quarry. It's the one thing I didn't like about The Quarry was after I beat it, I wanted to do like multiple runs to see everything and get all the achievements. But if you do, you can't skip cutscenes. You have to rewatch everything.
Yeah, that's the downside.
And
of
that's
this style
like,
of game.
and I'm like, yeah, I can't. Because if I'm replaying it to see other things, like I can't do this, guys. Like I've done that part, but I want to do like the checking off the list part to see everything else.
That's kind of like what I've heard the problem with games like Mixtape are, where it's like they're kind of one and done games because you kind of play it and that's it.
Well, and also I think Mixtape is just really poorly written and designed and completely soulless.
That's fair. I have no interest in playing it. I'm just using it as an example. I've seen it and I went, I'm happy for the people who like it, but it's not for me.
I feel like people who felt nostalgia for this were just like, because they wanted to feel nostalgia for something, because the game isn't specific about it's as fucking vague and lowest common denominator trying to appeal to everybody as possible. And that's why it just doesn't work for me. And also the main character fucking sucks and gets no recourse for her actions ever at any point. Also, everybody just eventually agrees with like her way of thinking. And we don't get to see the arcs of any other of the characters in depth, which is a shame because a lot of them are much more interesting than her. And like everybody just conforms to her takes and it just pisses me off.
Yeah.
I don't want to get angry about because
that's fair.
Because the anger is somewhat the game, but also just people like just praising the hell out of this thing. And I'm like, guys, come on. Like you deserve better than this. It's that kind of thing where I'm like, what are you doing? Like you could do better.
Yeah. I literally looked at it. I watched a playthrough of it. I went, nah. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, it was on Game Pass, so I didn't lose any money playing it. But it was just like, it was all the hype that had me interested.
I wanted to know.
And then I tried it, and I was like, I mean, at least I beat it in like it was like 3 hours or something. It was very short.
I'm happy for the people that liked it.
I mean, if you like it, fine. But a part of me questions your judgment a little bit. I'm sorry, just a little bit.
See, the thing that got me is the fact that you can't lose. Like if you fail at one of the things, it just lets you
but it's not that kind of game.
I know. It's more of a movie.
Yeah, well, some people were made me mad because Life is Strange is actually very well written.
It's actually a game.
It's a game. I mean, though you can't really fail in the same way. But like it's a game and it has like a really interesting plot with well-developed characters.
Yes.
And it actually like you have to make like difficult choices throughout the game as well.
Yeah.
I
can only speak for the first one, though. I never played any of the sequels.
I have too. I really need to sit down and play it because 2 had that like free demo thing that set it up. And that demo was really interesting because I love how Life is Strange, like the storytelling in those. So
Life is Strange.
One of these days I will go on a binge and I'll replay the original couple and just go through the whole thing because I really want to.
That was a game that I played the first one, really liked, but I didn't like it enough to want to play more. But I was like
That's
happy.
fair.
I was happy with the experience, and I just kind of left it as a good game I played and moved on.
Because I did also Before the Storm, which is where you follow like Chloe's character, like before all the events of the game, and I thought that one was all right. It was cool to see more of her character because I do like Chloe as a character, but I like her way more as a character than any of those other fucks in Mixtape. Jesus Christ. Just, whatever. I'm not Mixtape rant over. Okay.
Let's move on from that.
Yeah. The other game I want was called Stuntman Hollywood.
I saw this and I was like,
It looks
interesting.
I'm interested as well. I don't think it's PlayStation exclusive. I think it's on everything.
I also don't think it's related to the Stuntman series, or is it? I'm not really sure.
I've never played those games, so I can't say. But I guess it has like Universal and NBC behind it, so there's like actual like some weight behind it. Yeah, it's coming out on PS5, Steam, and Xbox. It says on their official website, become Hollywood's most sought-after stuntman, perform explosive scenes inspired by blockbuster movies, defy danger, and drift your way to stardom. So it has like Fast and Furious, Back to the Future, Knight Rider, Miami Vice, Death Race, other like, I guess, recreating famous stunts from those games and like probably trying to recreate them exactly, but also you can kind of fuck with it in your own way. I like this concept. I think it's a really neat idea. It's Saber's doing it. I think Saber's been doing a lot of good work recently. It kind of reminds me of hold on. Let me see if I can find the game. It was like an original Xbox game. Hold on.
Roadkill? No, that's more of a GTA game. Yeah, I don't think it's related to the older Stuntman game.
Sorry, you're gonna have to edit that out. This game, Maximum Chase, where it's like a similar kind of idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody remembers this game. It says it puts you behind the wheel of Hollywood-inspired chases and on the trigger of fierce shootouts. Power slide your way through adrenaline-fueled chases in officially licensed vehicles that feature realistic damage. Like it has a similar like kind of Hollywood stuntman vibe to it, but it goes in different directions from what I remember.
Apparently, this is
kind of a neat game, though.
Apparently, this is part of the Stuntman series. It's the third game. Interesting.
I haven't played any of the other Stuntman games. For some reason, when you said that, the only thing I could think of was that one like Vin Diesel game, but I don't think that's right. That's Wheelman. Sorry.
That's yeah. The one. See, I played a lot of the original Stuntman on PS2 because it was made by.
Okay, that cover looked familiar for the first one.
It was made by Reflections, the studio that did Driver. So that's why I was interested.
Oh, okay. I could see that. Yeah.
The second one was ass, so I don't remember. That's
Ignition. I remember seeing that on the when I would rent video games. I remember seeing that one all the time.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that was
connected. They have a Bond parody in that one. Oh, I gotta look at that later.
You can find that game very cheap.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, this game looks kind of neat. You know, but it has to be like a budget title. Like I'm not paying $70 for this thing. You're out of your mind.
Yeah,
if it's like 30, 40, I'd be like, that's a fair price, I would say.
This game looks like a download only game you'd find on like the PS3 or 360.
Yeah. And thinking about it, having all of those real life IPs, I think is going to drive the price up. I think it's going to be 60.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know about that, but on sale, I'll grab it on sale because it looks really cool. Let's see. There's like some game called Kamuri, which was like some action thing, which looks kind of neat.
Yeah.
Don't have much to say. We saw another look of Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis. I believe this is the second remake of one of the original. Yes. Yeah.
Because there was Anniversary first, which
I have and I still want to play.
Crystal Dynamics and co-developer Flying Wild Hog. What the fuck?
Hell yes.
Oh my God.
I hope they integrated into Crystal Dynamics.
What a name for a studio.
You've got a Flying Wild Hog.
Yeah, the fans are going to have those, that's for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With this game.
What's so funny is apparently some people have said now in this game that they made her too sexy. And I'm like, you son of a bitches. If you remember in the Survivor trilogy, you know, the most recent one, they were complaining about her not being hot enough. You know, those were going in different directions.
And then made it realistic.
Yeah,
God
but
forbid.
then in this game, now I'm hearing some people saying they made her too hot, and all I can think of is, oh, my steak is too juicy, my lobster's too buttery. Like, shut the
I
fuck
mean,
up,
she looks
grow
like
up.
she just looks like an HD version of her original design, which
Yeah, like
with proper proportions.
like
um,
I get why people make such a big deal about her character design because it's why the Tomb Raider games became such a big deal, but. But also, I just like playing the games. They're fun games. That's why they persist because they're good. It doesn't matter that Laura's like hot or not. Like if a good game's a good game.
If you're playing Tomb Raider because Laura's hot, I think you're playing for the wrong reason. But,
Exactly. But anyways, this remake looks really cool. It's coming in at 60, I believe. It's releasing in February.
It looks high quality, so I'll give them that.
Yeah, it got pushed back, which I think is fair just because with everything coming out. And yeah, it looks really cool. I'll probably play Anniversary before I play this so I can kind of compare the two. But also I have that 1 through 3 remaster as well. So maybe I'll play the same game, all 3 versions in a row. Maybe not that crazy, but maybe I'll play.
Be a real Daredevil and emulate the Saturn version so you can see those fucked up pyramids.
I had the Saturn version back in the day when I was collecting. I did find it and I played it. I think it had 3D controller support as well.
It did.
And I remember that game being janky to play. But
I love the pyramids in that game because they are fucking jank because it's just fucking Saturn could not do triangles.
Maybe I'll play that weird GBA port somebody made, like a fan mod. But yeah, like, Tomb Raider's great, and this looks cool, and it's setting up for the next like actual mainline game, which they still are saying is next year as well. My guess is probably later in the year.
Now, is that game going back to like the classic timeline, or I have no idea.
From what I heard of that new Tomb Raider, not this one, but like the brand new one, they are trying to merge all the timelines together.
I don't know how they're going to do that with the Survivor trilogy, but
it's Tomb Raider Catalyst is what it's called.
Okay.
Let's see. According to Wikipedia, the story takes place in northern India years after the events of Underworld and follows Lara Croft as she navigates the aftermath of a mythical cataclysm.
So it's the first reboot, which technically isn't really a full reboot. It's more of like a soft reboot.
Yeah, because Underworld was the sequel to Anniversary. Because it went Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld. That was like the first Crystal trilogy. The first Crystal trilogy, yeah. And it being a direct sequel to that, so it's like ignoring the Survivor trilogy,
which is fine because those stand on their own, honestly.
Yeah, and those 3 tell like a complete story. Because I've played all 3 of those and they were all great. But I think I'd remember hearing Crystal say at one point they wanted to like find a way to merge everything together in like almost like a meta way, but maybe they abandoned that idea because it sounds kind of stupid when you really think about it.
So Legend was such a soft reboot that they could probably tie their trilogy to the core games. I don't know about the Survivor games; those are a little too different. But
yeah. They'll probably have references to the first series.
Yeah,
like the original lineup in there. So who knows? But I look forward to all of those as well because I like some Tomb Raider games. Speaking of things from the past, it had been rumored for a while, but it's true. Rayman Legends Retold is a real thing, and I kind of hate that it exists. But honestly, it looks really good, and I'm probably gonna buy it.
It does, and it comes with Origins.
If you pre-order the deluxe edition, so the base edition is $40, but if you get the deluxe for $50, it comes with Origins, which I think will be made separate after the game comes out as well. But I might as well pre-order the $50 because then I get 2 games.
Yeah, and it gets
and
Origins
both games, and I love
Purgatory.
Origins. I like Origins has been backwards compatible for a while, but I've always kind of liked Origins more than Legends in a weird way. But both games are great.
That's great for Xbox players. I joke.
Hey, we have to have something over you guys.
I know. I kid.
No, you're all good. But yeah, like I'll probably buy this because Rayman Legends is a fucking classic. And they're actually like putting in some new stuff.
Yeah, because the 3D stuff looks really cool.
Yeah, and even the Kick Fu, like the weird like soccer game, they've like expanded that because me and Thrak Jr. used to play that all the time. He loved playing that when he was younger. So having an expanded of that, I think, is really exciting. I know he's going to be looking forward to this. Absolutely. So
I saw a ton of people were complaining about the art style change, but it looks good. So I don't know what's there to
I
complain
think it's
about.
because it's going for 3D as opposed to the original, which had that hand-drawn 2D art, which looks great and is timeless. Like those Origins and Legends are going to look good 50 years down the road.
Yes.
You know, so this going for that more 3D look, I think it's again to let it stand out a little bit from the
It
original.
actually kind of looks like it looks almost like a hybrid of like the classic Rayman look and the new look.
And the three, yeah. And apparently this is like the thing we've seen devs do before where they're like, oh, I hope people buy this remake remaster because then it'll show us that we can make a new game of it. And I'm like, you sons of fucking
then it will
bitches.
sell really well, and they'd be like, it just missed our goals. Sorry.
Yeah. Again, Ubisoft is in such a weird spot, but I mean, think about it. We got the Rayman like 30th anniversary of the original game a while ago, and now we're getting this. So it's like this is the most Rayman we've had in like decades, I think. So but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It looks cool. And I don't mind playing Legends again. I never beat it just because there's a lot of content in that game. So
Legends and Origins,
you'll get your money's worth out of
yeah.
this for sure.
They were those games that were like, we can make these games hard, and the way we can get away from the criticisms we get rid of lives, because when you get rid of lives, people don't care about the difficulty as much.
Yeah, and the pace of those games are very well done.
And they're so snappy and fun to play.
Yeah, and I hope this means that the Rayman Legends team is back together. Because I think the original team did this.
It's
like the people who did like Prince of Persia, Lost Crown, and all that. Like I think that team is back together.
I believe it's Montpellier minus Rayman creator because he's wherever.
So, yeah, so hopefully this does well, and then they can pitch a proper Rayman 4.
I want them to bring back their original idea for 4. Like when I want to just beat the shit out of the rabbits. Like, come on.
honestly, why not throw them in there? But just don't let them take over the series like they did before, which I hated. So
yeah, well, because they were supposed to be the original enemy of the canceled 4, and
yeah, exactly.
It makes me sad because I would have loved to beat the shit out of those things.
Yeah, I think people would love that still, so that'd be great. The next thing was we got a more extended look at Onimusha. Way of the Sword. It looks really good. There's a demo out for it. I haven't played it. Apparently, people complained about it being too easy. Sure. I mean, the game looks cool. I'm not going to be there day one. I don't think it's like a $70 game for me personally, but it's. I've not really enjoyed the previous Onimusha games. Sorry, guys.
To be fair, they're not for everybody.
Yeah. So this going more in like the traditional like action hack and slash kind of way. Is more appealing to me. Like it feels like a weird mixture of like Ninja Gaiden and like modern Ninja Gaiden and like Sekiro. Like kind of finding like a middle ground between those. But it's not a Souls-like at all. It doesn't look like that.
Yeah, it's got a bit of Ghost of Tsushima there as well.
Tsushima, yeah. In fact, I think even the Capcom said that they weren't going to make this a Souls-like. That wasn't what they were going for.
Yeah, which I think that's getting overdone at this point.
Yeah, and I think so who knows, maybe if this game is successful it'll spawn a bunch of games that play like this instead, so who knows. But that's coming out I believe in September. We saw more of Control Resonant, and
it still looks good.
I didn't watch it because I'm sold on Control Resonant. I cannot wait to play this game in September, and I'm kind of like doing a blackout. Like I don't want to see anything else about it or look at it. Like I will pre-order that Steelbook because I'm going to grab the Steelbook edition of it and play it when it comes out. So I don't even really want to look at it. I'm already sold. What I've seen, I'm like, yes, feed me more Remedy, feed me more. So it's like I don't need that, And PS5 users are getting 2-day early access if they purchase the digital deluxe edition. Good for them. I can wait. It's fine. I'll get my Steelbook and I'll be happy.
Trust me, with the amount of games we got going on.
September is way too full. And it's clearly because nobody wants to release in November. Nobody. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see. More Phantom Blade Zero. Sure. Silent Hill Townfall still looking pretty cool. My guess is that's much like Silent Hill 2 remake. That'll probably just be exclusive for like a year. So I'll get it later.
Do we know who's making that?
I think it's Konami.
Is it Konami?
Okay. Let me see. Let me see if they have like an official dev listed. Hang on. Screenburn Interactive.
Alrighty.
They're a British developer, so it's back to being done by a Western team. And I've never heard of these games they've done. A game called Stories Untold and a game called Observation. They were published by Devolver. I don't know a thing about them, so
Okay.
I got nothing, but they might be neat. I don't know. I mean, Townfall looks really cool. It reminds me a lot of Condemned.
That's fair.
The old 360 games. It looks kind of in that vein. So, so when it comes out on Xbox in a year, I'll play it. I have FN2 Remake on here, so
Yeah.
let's see. Dune. There's more of that Dune Awakening game, which I think is like an
Open
RTS
world
thing?
survival game. It looked like it's.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's coming to Game Pass, so I might give it a try.
I don't care about Dune enough to care, but for the people who
Yeah.
do, good for them.
I mean, the movies look really cool. I just haven't watched them because, I'd have a hard time watching movies.
yeah.
I mean, again, looks neat. We saw more of Ill. That game looks fucking sick. I cannot wait. That game looks awesome.
Interesting.
Disgusting in the best way possible. So I'm all over that when it comes out because I really want to see if they nail this.
This is like Tony game to play in the servers.
Oh yeah. Tony's gonna be all over this thing, and if it hits, it could really be something special.
Jesus Christ, this game fucking is something.
I'm kind of into it. Let's go for it.
Oh god, I forgot about the fetus getting beaten up. What the fuck was that?
Hey, why not?
Okay.
There's a game called The Lost Wild, which looks like a stealthy dinosaur survival horror thing, which then reminded me of what happened to Jurassic Park Survival, which is also like a first horror thing. I even looked into it, and I think Saber's doing that as well, and they just said, it's being worked on. Don't worry, we're just cooking, dog. So it's like, okay. So I mean, again, a survival horror dinosaur game sounds perfect. Sounds amazing. So we'll see if maybe this one hits too.
I want to bring this up just because I know it's not something you really would care about, but I just found it funny. Apparently they're bringing RuneScape to PlayStation 5 somehow.
I will be talking about that later.
Okay.
Because I saw it a couple times and I wanted your opinion on that. So hang in there, dog.
Okay. I just noticed.
I don't think it was specifically in the PlayStation show.
It got shown.
What I saw.
It was very briefly shown during their little PlayStation Plus little womb thing where they were just kind of look at all this PlayStation Plus stuff.
Is it the original RuneScape?
No, it looks like RS3 from what I can tell.
Okay, because there was something RuneScape that was shown in all of this that I wanted to talk about, but we'll get there. They showed more of Ace Combat 8, which looks fucking sick.
Fucking I'm hype. Bring us
I still
back to
I still need to play through 7 because I played the first couple of missions. It was really good, but I stopped playing. And apparently, if you pre-order the deluxe edition of this, you get a remastered Ace Combat 0.
Oh, that's fun.
But it's not being sold separately. You have to get it in the pre-order bundle. And I guess they did this before with 7, where on PlayStation they gave you 5, on Xbox they gave you 6, but they weren't separate, which is honestly fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's spam for you.
Because one of my coworkers loves Ace Combat, and 0 is his favorite. So when I was asking him about 8, he was just gushing about Ace Combat, going on and on about it, and really kind of getting me hyped for it. So it's a shame.
A series that I really want.
But with 0, I'll probably just emulate the PS2 version if they're going to be that way about it. You know what I mean?
Especially if it's just a remaster, not like a remake or anything.
I think it's just a heavy remaster, because I feel like if they were going to put in the effort to remake it, they would just do it separately.
Yeah.
And according to Bamco, they said they were doing that because of licensing reasons. Because I think they use actual license for the jets and planes in the game.
I believe so. Yeah.
Which is weird because you don't have to do that. But
it's so funny because it's like a fake world. Strange Real. I love
Strange
Real.
Yeah, it's a whole like everything else, but they we have to use real planes. It's not like Forza or Gran Turismo where that audience demands seeing the real cars.
It's kind of part of Ace Combat's charm, to be honest. Ace Combat is one of those.
It does have
series.
Charm. I will agree. What I've played of 7, I really liked for sure.
It's series that I've really wanted to do like a full playthrough of. I just haven't had time for that much air combat.
I would love a solo Ace Combat where you play them all and just recount your thoughts. That would be beautiful. Not trying to add another podcast onto you, but
I need to track down a few because I'm missing a few. Unfortunately, some of them are lost forever because a couple of them were digital only games like Ace Combat Infinity. That's lost forever. But that's a thing I've been thinking of, but it's not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah. They showed off Dynasty Warriors Complete Edition Remastered. That comes out in October. I think this is going to be my first Musou game proper, because I've been like trying to find the one to start with, and I'm getting like all these kind of mixed messages from all the Musou heads that we know. Shout out Dre and Chris. And I feel like this one, it's coming in at $40, and I'm like, you know what? I think this is the one. So this is the one I'm going to do. Free
was the one that most people like really liked.
Yeah.
It's pretty. The remaster looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good. And it's like, I'm just trying to find that one Musou game. So I'm trying to see what the big deal is with Musou. Because I tried some of the Hyrule Calamity stuff, and I was just like, I don't care enough about Zelda to really get invested. I tried a bit of Fire Emblem Heroes, which I thought was fine, but like
Persona. I played a lot of Persona 5 Strikers.
Strikers is really good. I played a good chunk of that.
Dragon Quest Heroes.
I never played those because they're stuck on PS4.
I'm still pissed that they didn't call those games Dragon Warriors. That would have been a perfect fucking
thing.
You
know what's bullshit about Heroes 1 and 2? Like, they're stuck on PS4. They might be on PC, I'm not sure. But in Japan, 1 and 2 are on a Switch cart. And it never came over to the West.
Warriors 2 did, I believe.
I think it was 1 and 2 in a double pack was on Switch. But they're Japan only. They never came over.
I think 2 did come over here, but it might have been digital only. Because I remember seeing it.
Yeah, because it's like, that is such fucking bullshit.
Because I remember seeing a one.
Because I would have bought those on Switch in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm still a little bummed because when they announced those,
they are on Steam, so I might just play them on Steam then. Because both games look awesome, like games I would appreciate. So again, I think that's the thing with Musou. You just kind of have to find the right one that vibes with you. And at least with like Dynasty Warriors, it's like kind of its own thing. So I might be able to judge it based on that kind of a thing. So
I still adore the fact that the first one is just a fighter, like an average fighting game.
Yeah. It's so funny. Imagine where things could have gone if it just stayed a fighter. But that was really all the announcements they had to say to play, unless there was anything else I missed.
There was Marathon. You remember that?
I was asking for anything I missed.
Yeah. There was that weird.
Well, a lot of people have fallen off that game.
Marathon was fine, but it did not hold interest.
Yeah. That people played it for a while and they're like, okay, I think I got it.
Oh, there was a Bancho
but
the Chef.
But that's the thing with live service games, you know. Oh yeah, it's like a thing with Dave. I haven't played Dave the Diver, so I don't really have any investment.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of people like Dave the Diver, but then the people who don't like it really don't like it.
I've yet.
So I'm like, I haven't played it either. So it's one of those. If it ever comes to Game Pass, that gives me an excuse to try it.
This game looks interesting, but it's not something I'm desperate to play.
Exactly. Yeah, but that was Sony show. I think it was like a fine starter. Kind of like a kickoff to everything.
Yeah, they showed stuff. That was really all we asked for.
Yeah, some neat stuff, but probably most people complain not enough first party Sony stuff, which I would probably agree with.
Yeah, I get why
a lot there.
I get why Sucker Punch wasn't there because they just released and they're back into their we only make one game per cycle, so they're probably busy figuring.
And
out.
I've been hearing goddamn rumors about a new Sly Cooper game, and it's like, guys, please don't tease me.
Yeah,
don't, because if Sucker Punch goes back to that well, it's like I'm gonna have to buy a fucking PS5 because I've said before, it's the one game that would make me buy one. So it's like one of those. If it's vaporware, I'd be like, thank God I don't have to spend $600. But if it's real, then it's like I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money now.
Yep,
I'll do it. I promise you all, I'll do it. I'll probably find like a used like slim model on like eBay or something for cheap. That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so that was the Sony show, and then I think it was the next day was the big Summer Game Fest show.
Yes.
I think this was probably the best Summer Games Fest so far.
It was, and it was mostly because they showed off a lot of stuff that no one was expecting.
Oh my goodness, yes. Like a mixture of stuff we were expecting and then other things we weren't. So it kicked off with Resident Evil, the remake of Code Veronica. It's calling itself, it's saying Resident Evil Veronica, but it's like, I can't shake Code Veronica. I can't do it. It's just going to be Code Veronica remake to me. But I mean, the rumor mill had been strong about this game being real for a while anyways. So seeing it wasn't that surprising, but it did reassure me that it was real because I had been hearing that it was real. So, and I believe this is being done by the Resident Evil 3 remake team, like the other because there are two Resident Evil teams basically, you know, like the ones who did 2 and 4, and then the ones who did 3 and now Code Veronica. And my guess is probably that other team will be working on the, because I think that was what's, and then this team would probably do the 0 remake if that's a real thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll go to 0, but after 5, it'll be interesting to see where they go. But yeah, but a Code Veronica remake, I'm fucking happy. It's out next year. My guess is probably early, like February, March time. I'm all over this fucking thing because we've said before, Code Veronica desperately needed a remake.
Code Veronica was a very interesting game for the Dreamcast, but my God, it's aged like fucking shit. Like, holy fuck. Going back
I couldn't agree more, Bill.
I went back when this got announced. I actually booted up Code Veronica just out of nostalgia, and I was like, I gotta play this again. It's been forever. And I was like, holy fuck, was it this bad always? I was like,
most Resident Evil games didn't age very well.
See, this one is a combination.
Despite what some purists try to tell you, it's like, guys, I promise you, like, they're a little janky. Like the one I'll always give a pass to is the original because I think it kind of needs to be.
Yeah.
But like 2 and 3 and all of them, I'm like, they're just a little too clunky for me.
The only tank-controlled one that I say is still worth playing is the remake of 1.
Absolutely.
That game is like the pinnacle of survival horror.
Agreed. And that's why I'm worried if they do another remake of 1, but in this style, they won't do the tank controls. And I'm like, I feel like that kind of takes away from what made that game work so well. Because that game is built around the tank controls.
Yeah, that's why when you play the remaster version, they gives you the option to not use them. The game becomes easy as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I'm curious to how this Code Veronica remake, the writing of it.
How are they going to handle the story? Because my
God, boy, there is some problematic shit in there. But credit to the team or the teams that have been doing these remakes, and they've been like rewriting the lore to make them all more directly connect to each other and make it like the new canon lore. So they'll probably find a way to do this correctly.
They're going to have to change a lot of shit because
so it'll be interesting. This might spark some discussion online too.
The funniest part of this game's announcement was you had all the like diehard Resident Evil fans who were like, finally, and then you had the casual Resident Evil fans who've never played Code Veronica, and they're always like, oh, that's fun, we'll finally get to experience it. And everyone's like, what are they going to do about the story? And everyone's like, what's wrong with the story? And I'm just like, oh, I don't have enough time in the day, sir.
But it's a very important game in the story because I think it was originally going to be 4.
I think it was actually going to be 3.
3. Okay, because it follows Claire after 2.
Yeah, it basically is the direct sequel to 2. 3 was supposed to be a Gaiden game, but it made more sense to make it 3 because it was on the place.
Because 4 follows Leon after 2.
Yep.
And so Code Veronica follows Claire, and I think like what I'd been saying for a while, like they needed to do one because there are people who've played the Resident Evil 2 remake. And they saw where Leon went with 4. And I bet there are people going, well, what happens to Claire after that? And it's like, well, Code Veronica is what happens because she's still looking for Chris.
Yep.
And in Code Veronica is when she finds Chris and all that stuff happens. And Code Veronica leads. It's the perfect gap between 2 remake going into 5, because then that's when we see Chris again. And then that's how he gets into 5. And I bet you this game, like the ending is going to be tying up to him going to Africa. Like that's
No.
because they're gonna. I think they're gonna end this story proper with 5 because 5 is the end of like the Wesker arc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's the one they're building up to.
I wonder.
And they're going to try to redeem 5, even though I think 5 is good, but they have to redeem it a little
Just
bit.
fix the AI. Just fix Sheva's AI.
But please keep the boulder punching. I beg you.
They need to make sure they bring back the guy who fucking voiced Wesker because he's fucking hilarious.
Oh, he's so good. Yeah. But credit to them with 4, they knew the corny shit had to still be there and they kept it in there. So they know what they're doing. But yeah, Code Veronica, it looks great. I'm really excited for it.
How are they going to do Steve Burton? That's what we need to know.
Yeah, that's the one I'm worried about. But again,
and he's not even the problematic part of the game. That's the funny part.
No, he's part of it. He's a little bit part of it.
He's a cringe lord. That's what he is.
But the writing in these remakes has been done very well. So I trust them to do it right. Like Capcom have earned that trust from us with how they've been handling all of this Resident Evil stuff.
I still love that they had to redesign Steve for the Code Veronica X because Leonardo DiCaprio was mad that they said that he looked too similar to him.
I can see why. Even though he's a cringe lord too.
Well, I know he is, but like I was when I played the Dreamcast version, it's been forever since I played. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot his hair looked like that in the Dreamcast version.
Oh gosh.
God, I love Resident Evil.
But I'm so here for this, and I will always call it Code Veronica. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's weird they dropped the code. I mean, Code Veronica. It was like an early 2000s thing, I think, but like I'm just so used to calling it that. I don't know if I'm gonna just saying Veronica. Like I get it, but it doesn't fit for me.
Yeah, it is a decent way of like streamlining it though, so I'll give it that.
Sure. Like they didn't want to call it Code Veronica Remake. And you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and then we got a thing from a studio MDHR, the Cuphead guys, and I was like, oh yeah, holy shit, they dropped that DLC for Cuphead, the Delicious Last Course. That was a couple years ago now, I think.
Yeah.
And I've played some of it. I haven't played through the whole thing. And yeah, I was like, oh yeah, what are those guys doing? And they did this whole like little puppet news segment thing, which I really liked. And they said that we're working on the proper sequel to Cuphead. And my first thought was, did Cuphead need a sequel?
Probably not, but I understand why it's getting one.
I would agree. But it's like, hey, I'll play another Cuphead. Why not? Those games are fucking phenomenal. But they also announced that they were working on a side game called Muddy Cuphead Adventure, a fast action platform shooter developed by a small team within there that was like a little passion project that became a thing. And they showed some footage of it. And yeah, it looks like a really cool, like kind of throwback 8-bit game.
Is it weird that I'm actually like, as much as I love Cuphead for what it is, I kind of am more interested in this?
No, I think that's fair. It's something a little different. There's definitely some references to the first game with some of those bosses. And apparently, according to them, they based this not on the NES, on the Sega Master System.
Yeah, that's kind of what appealed to me because I'm so tired of NES style games, and the fact that it looked Master System-ish, I was kind of like, and that's cool fun because the Master System needs some love.
Oh yeah, well, it has plenty in Brazil. But for anybody who doesn't know, like
I love this
the NES and the Master, like for those who don't know, the NES and the Master System, despite both being 8-bit machines, were pretty different. Yeah. And you can tell like the Master System was more powerful than the NES. And you can tell like a Master System game from like kind of just the vibes that they bring off in terms of like the color radiance and like the sound chip that they use and everything. Like it's the beginning of the Sega aesthetic is in the Master System. And this game being influenced by that is appealing, but like I'm buying this when it comes out because I just want to play more. I'll play another Cuphead, and I'm like, guys, please release a Master System cart. I will buy that.
Oh yeah, that would be so fun.
Oh, that would be the fucking that would be.
Give us an optional grid, like white grid box with like clip art.
Yes, come on,
that would be so fun.
Yes, and we have no release dates on either of these. I feel like Mighty Cuphead Adventure is probably it could be this year, but it's likely probably an early next year thing. Just kind of like it's one of those where it's like I just don't know. They probably don't know where to put it it being such like a small thing, but who knows? I'll buy it when it comes out. I don't give a shit. We saw the first trailer. We saw the first proper trailer of Alien Isolation 2, which looks cool. I wasn't a big fan of the first one because I think it was just a bit too long and too hide and seek horror for my taste. So if this game is more than that, then I will be interested in it because I want to like Alien Isolation, but it just doesn't click with me, unfortunately. Though, I mean, this looks cool. I mean, you can tell Creative Assembly have really put a lot of work into this, and I'm happy for them that they've kind of found a niche. So I'll keep an eye on this one. So I don't think they gave a release date or anything like that.
No, it doesn't even have a Wikipedia page yet. So it's good.
Fair enough. We got a more proper look at Fumito Ueda's next game. I hope I said that name right. Shadow of the Colossus, Eco, and all that stuff. His robot game called Gen Atlas. And it looks pretty neat. It's very different from what he's done before, but I like that he's going in a different direction. And it's coming out on everything. Apparently, I think on PC, it's an Epic Game Store exclusive. So imagine we're going to be like, oh, the PC sales weren't all that great. Watch. But I mean, it looks pretty cool. Like I've played bits of Eco and Shadow of the Colossus in the past. And, and I like those games and sort of, what they are and what they represent. So this could be just like another version of that,
Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks very much like what we've seen from him in the past, but also like a new, fresh take. So
yeah,
I'm curious.
As am I. My guess is that's probably a next year project, I would say. We saw another trailer of Stranger Than Heaven, which officially got delayed into January of next year. And I'm sold on the game. I think the game looks fucking awesome.
It's like, RGG.
It's RGG, like putting in all this effort for a fresh new IP. Like I'm really excited, and it feels like it's kind of Yakuza, but also not. Like they're allowing themselves to experiment with that formula.
It's a lot like the Judgment games, but like
it's the replacement for the Judgment games.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm all for that.
But the big controversial element was that I guess Tupac is in the game. And
right.
Yeah. And because like Snoop Dogg's in the game. And so they had a little like Tupac cameo, and I think he even said there might be some other rappers in the game. And it's caused some discussion online, which I had to like remind everybody, like this isn't the first time they've been milking like Tupac's legacy. It's been kind of a controversial thing in general. If you remember the hologram from quite a few years ago, it's I feel like as long as it's like just a light cameo, I think it'll be fine. Like I don't expect him to be like a main character. He'll probably just have a little bit part or whatever. I'm just hoping they don't like AI his voice, that they just like get like a sound alike to do the voice acting. But I don't know. It feels kind of gross, and it's like, but I feel like a lot of what they've done with Tupac's legacy since he's died has been gross. So
it reminds me a lot of like fucking like Guitar Hero 5, where they had Kurt Cobain in it, and I'm just like,
that was a whole weird thing. So I think like they tried to say like Courtney Love gave permission, and she's like, no, the fuck I didn't. But there was like some he said, she said stuff.
From what I think the story is like technically she signed it off, but she didn't read the contract.
Yeah, so
shocker,
it's one of those Courtney things. Love messed up.
Yeah, it was basically a Canada case where she was like, I didn't sign that. And they're like, yeah, you did. And she's like,
shit.
Let's face it, she was probably intoxicated and just signed
like
it.
Like normal.
And I don't blame Guitar Hero, but at the same time, I'm like,
they didn't have to do that with him.
I'm like, did we need like
no.
You
but
can
Guitar
tell,
Hero 5 is such a weird game in that series.
It's the worst in the series, arguably.
I like the set list for the variety, but you look at it and you're like, but this isn't very like guitar centric. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I always like because I remember like with Band Hero, like No Doubt had a similar thing where they were like complaining about it. And then they were like, fucking Activision was like, here's the contract you signed, and it specifically says we can do all these things. Because if I remember,
contract
clearly not
a musician not reading a contract, but that like sucks the soul out of them. What?
But you can tell some of the people did, because famously Jimi Hendrix and World Tour. You can't play as him. Wonder why? Because the family probably specified that.
Oh yeah, his estate has like decades of experience with this.
Because when Jimmy appeared in that game, I was like, okay, like, all right, we're doing this. And then I'm you can't.
He makes sense though.
Yeah,
because he is a guitar hero.
But also the fact that like he only can play his songs, and you don't actually play as him. He just shows up for that one cutscene and that one song, and then disappears. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense because the family was probably like
they knew what to do. They knew the assignment.
Yeah, they're smart. They read the contract.
Exactly. Let's see. We got another Black Flag trailer. Looks great. I'm interested in it, but I might wait till it hits like that Ubisoft Plus subscription.
Yeah,
I imagine it'll hit that. And, I mean, I love Black Flag. I'm excited for this remake, but I don't need to play it right away. Do I? No, because I already know what I'm kind of getting myself into. So I still got to play all the others. Anyway, this one I thought was interesting, and that's that Ninja Turtles Last Ronin game showed up again.
Yeah.
So originally, it was being published by THQ Nordic and being developed by Black Forest Games. That was the when we saw it, I think it was like at least a year and a half ago or something like that. But Paramount has kind of been reshaping how they handle like their licenses and game studios. It feels like they're trying to get more involved, which is kind of a scary thing in some ways, but I think it depends on if they do it right. And my guess is they probably looked at what Black Forest were doing and just went, no, get this shit out of here. And then they were like, who else has made a Ninja Turtle game in the last couple years or whatever? Platinum Games. So they called them up and said, hey guys, are you doing anything? And they're like, no, we finished Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm pretty sure Project Hammer is canceled because ever since Miyazaki left. So it's like, they're probably not doing much at the moment. And they're like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do another Ninja Turtles game? Like based on the Last Ronin? And they're like, yeah, sure. We'll just do that. So it like kind of got re-announced as like Platinum Games is now working on the Last Ronin game being published by the Paramount Game Studio. Honestly, that's really exciting because I'm a big fan of Platinum Games, as some people know. So, and I've played that Ninja Turtles game that they did many years ago, Mutants in Manhattan.
It was a fine game.
It is a perfectly fine game. It was in that era where it was like pre-Nier Automata, so they were, trying to pay the bills a little bit.
Yeah, it was like that in like that Korra game that like you can't.
Yeah, and the Transformers game as well. Like those have all been delisted. You can find physical copies if you search. I have a physical of the Transformers and Ninja Turtles. I cannot find that Avatar one, and I've looked.
I don't think that got a physical.
Okay, so it's just kind of abandoned.
The 3DS version did, and that's like a different game entirely though.
Yeah, so that was a whole thing, but it's cool to see them returning to it. And I think the Last Ronin, like that story, if you've read it, I think perfectly sets up like a Platinum type action game.
Yeah,
again, so I think it'll be really cool. And then some people who haven't experienced the story get to experience it in this way, which is a fantastic turtle story, one of the more beloved ones, I think.
Yeah.
So they're excited, but no talk about like a release date or anything like that.
I'm honestly fine with that, just because like I'm sick of like promising things and then being like, sorry, delayed. It's like just release when it's done. That's what we
exactly. And then I remember looking at Black Forest's back catalog and thinking like, oh, what was the issue with it? And looking at their catalog, it's like, oh, they did all those like Gianna Sisters games,
and
they're trying to. Bubsy the Woolly Strikes Back, one of the few decent ones.
They did the remakes of
the Destroy All Humans
games. Those are okay.
Yeah. And then like Titan Quest and some other kind of smaller stuff. So my guess is they probably just couldn't really handle a proper action RPG in that style. That would be my guess. So, it is what it is, Black Forest. You'll be okay. Maybe you'll do. Didn't they do a third Destroy All Humans game?
I don't think so. I think they just did the 2.
Did they make a third one, like in general?
Well, there's technically 4. There's that weird like Big Willie's one on Wii, which is whatever, and then there was Path of the Furon, which was the 360 PS3 one. That's really ass. Like it's really ass. That's the best way to describe it.
Destroy All Humans is one of those series I just completely missed out on.
1 and 2 are like the ones that are worth playing.
Yeah. Are the remakes the ones to go for?
I have not played them, but Matt said they were phenomenal. So
okay,
I'd say they're worth.
I'll grab them when they're on sale. When
they're
like
very. The way he described it is they're very much akin to like the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom remake. It's basically the same game. It just looks nicer.
Okay, I can live with that.
So,
let's see. Bamco announced a new Gundam game called Rogue Orbit. Looks pretty fucking sick. I'm not really a Gundam guy.
Yeah, I'm not either, but it looked
really
nice.
Cool. It looks like Armored Core.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I played a bit of 6 and I liked it. So, if it plays like that, it'll be cool.
Got some Gun Griffin vibes there.
Yeah. Let's see. More Control Red. Guild Wars 3 got announced if people care. There's a new trailer for Star Wars Galactic Racer, which again, like they're doing a whole story in that game. Like it just further excites me to play it. But again, that's a wait for reviews and a sale kind of game for me.
Yes.
That's coming out in October. Now we got a first proper trailer of Virtua Fighter 6, now called Virtua Fighter Crossroads. I don't know why they dropped the 6 on it, but
that's the thing they do now is we drop numbers now, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but it looks really fucking cool. Like I'm hype as balls for Virtua Fighter 6. Like it looks great, and they've shown some like more deep gameplay later on, and it just looks really fucking cool.
I'm really curious what the fighting game people are going to react to it, because like
it looks like flashy. Like it doesn't look like it's catered to the fighting game community.
Well, because back in the day, Virtua Fighter was always known as like the technical fighter, like the one that like fuck the story.
That,
you don't need the
Blaze
story.
Blue. Yeah, yeah. But it looks like here they're taking a lot of influence from the last couple Street Fighter games.
And I'm fine with that. It looks gorgeous. I'm psyched to play it.
And I mean RGG is doing it, so they're going to try to put a story in there. That's just what they do.
Yeah, because this is the first one that AM2 is not doing, which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't even know what they do anymore.
They're kind of just a figurehead brand at this point. I don't think they actually develop game. They're a logo that sparks joy in people, and they kind of just keep it around for that reason.
I see the tree and I get happy.
Pretty much.
Let's see what else. There's a big story expansion for Mafia: The Old Country, which looks cool. I still need to play that. We got the premiere of 1666 Amsterdam, which is the game being done by the Assassin's Creed creator Patrice Dessalines. I can't pronounce it. Patrice, basically. And this game went through a weird history where like it was being done by his studio, but then like Ubisoft bought the studio and kicked him out and tried to gain control of the game, and he had to sue them to like get them back in. It was a whole mess. But like, because Ubisoft was like trying to prevent him from making this game, and they like kicked him out all because he was like, "Can we like stop doing yearly releases on Assassin's Creed?" And they got all mad when he suggested that. How dare he? But he's finally getting to show off his new game. It looks neat.
It does.
There's definitely something there, and it has like definitely the creativity that I think some of the Assassin's Creed games might be missing.
I was going to say, though, when I saw that title, for some reason, the first thing I thought was The Order 1886. And I'm like, that's not a thing we need to remember.
I think that game's better than some people remember.
That game's fine. It just wasn't it shouldn't have been $60 for what it was.
Fair. For a $20 game, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, this game looks really neat. It only mentioned like the demo and everything being out on like Steam, but I'm assuming it's coming to consoles as well.
Yeah.
Like, why not? It's just, console certification takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So Bloober Team is publishing a new Saw game. Did you see that?
Yeah, it looks like a Saw game,
Genesis.
right.
Yeah, it's first player. It's like a weird multiplayer asymmetric thing, which kind of saddens me a little bit because I had played through the first Saw in our friend Danny's Discord for you guys, which was a hoot of a time. And I saw this and I was like, oh, that'd be a fun one to do again. But then seeing it's like this weird 3v1 asymmetric thing is like, man, it feels like they kind of missed the boat on this guy in a way. but I'll keep an eye on it because I'm curious to what it is and what it's like trying to do. Because that asymmetric multiplayer thing is in like a weird state right now. Like I think the Halloween one that's coming out has a single player option in it. And that's probably why I'm going to buy that one and play it, because then I want to see how that goes. Yeah. So we'll see. It would be a neat, because it looks like really gory and brutal. So yeah, like the tech is caught up to what those movies can do. So we shall see.
But it better have one fucking puzzle where you slide around the gears and shit.
No, for the love of God, I would rather die.
You don't want to do a circuit board puzzle.
Do you want to play a game? You want to play a game? It's dude, you fuck with all these like circuit wires, and you only have like 2 seconds to do it, and the board is as big as the fucking state of Montana.
Yes,
awful. Yeah. That was my best Jigsaw, everybody. So be nice to me. We saw an official gameplay trailer of Star Wars Zero Company, which is like that like kind of XCOM Star Wars game. Is it me, or does it feel like this game should have come out like 10 years ago?
Yeah, God, it looks. This
no,
looks
that's
like
when like XCOM was like. That's when like XCOM 2 was out, right?
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Looking at this, like the game looks fine, but it looks like a game from like a while ago. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it definitely feels like we should have got this like forever ago. Like whenever like Gears Tactics came out, which I think was like 2020. Like we should have got this at like the same time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Also, like, unfortunately, we're also in that point now where just like the Star Wars burnout is getting real.
I just want to see the third Jedi game, and we never saw it. And that's the one I'm really looking forward to, because I've played the first two. I love them, and I'm really interested in the conclusion to Cal's story. So probably just have to wait another year. We'll probably see it next year, I think, at this rate.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Yeah, there's a new Among Us game. You see that shit? So there's a TV show which I didn't know about.
There's a TV show that's like 10 years too late.
Yeah, and it feels like all this Among Us stuff is 10 years too late, even though that game was popular 6 years ago.
That game was popular because of COVID and like COVID alone. Like,
oh yeah, all of us spent time in that game for sure. So, and it just doesn't hit anymore. Like we tried to play it like a while ago, and it's just like, it's not the same, man. It's like we've done this already. It's like hanging out with old high school buddies. It's like there's a reason you never do this. Yeah. You know? So, but apparently they're making like a brand new thing called Among Us Story on Guard, like a standalone, like single player detective murder mystery type game in the universe. And it's like, but that makes sense, right? I mean, it has a slightly different graphical style to it. It could be kind of interesting. I don't know.
Do you remember Among Us 3D?
Oh, yeah.
I don't. When was this?
I think that was a mod. Like 3D Among Us was a mod, I think.
Oh no, apparently this is a real game. This was a real game that existed at one point.
Was it done by Innersloth?
Them and a couple studios.
Okay. Interesting. But
2022 apparently. That's something.
Yeah, but yeah. Among Us Story, I don't know. Maybe. It might be something that's like sneakily okay. Who knows?
Maybe it'll re-spark the Among Us trend. We'll have something to play again.
I don't know about that. I think that's long gone. Yeah, we're kind of past I think the friend slop stuff is really like, I hate to say, I think it peaked with Peak.
Yeah.
And it's like the new ones just aren't hitting like they used to, but what can you do? We're getting a new Hot Wheels game, Hot Wheels Infinite Rush, which just looks like the Hot Wheels expansions in the Forza Horizon games.
Yeah. I mean, it's another racer that I'll probably play.
It looks cute, you know. Again, that might be something I mess with. It looks like Forza for kids.
Yes.
Which I think Lego 2K Drive was supposed to be that, but
yeah.
So this might be the better version of that. We'll see. We saw a bunch of I saw Sonic, and I got really excited because I thought it's like, is it time to see the next mainline Sonic game? Not yet, apparently. We're getting a bunch of more crossovers with Sonic Racing, which all look really cool. We're getting fucking Godzilla which is sick as
Godzilla.
fuck. Fucking yes. Not the only Godzilla announcement. I'll get to that
Hmm.
later. Like even Gillian's in here. Sure.
Yeah.
Like, I love
Sure,
that
Sega.
Sega's- I'm sure I love that Sega, when it comes to the crossover stuff with this game, they're just like, you know what, fuck it. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
Just
this is
throw it in there.
nothing
Like if
new.
you're
I mean,
like
we
if you're
had
not gonna be like Sonic purist about it, just go ape shit. Just do
Yeah.
whatever you want, you know?
I
Give
mean,
me
this is-
one or the other.
this is nothing new. We had fucking Banjo Kazooie in the first one. We had fucking Wreck-It Ralph and Danica Patrick in the
Yeah.
second game.
Bring her back. Bring her
No,
back.
no, she believes in lizard. No, she believes in lizard people, so it's perfect. Godzilla, it makes sense.
Vector's right there.
Jesus Christ.
But
Oh.
that was cool. And then we gotta get back into that game. And then I guess Sonic has his own Pico Park now.
Sure.
I haven't played Pico Park, so I don't really know what that is. I'm just like, okay. Just looks like some weird indie. Like, I guess everybody's tethered together, so it's Knuckles Chaotix all over again.
Cool.
Or this is the real Sonic Crackers.
I wish
Eh.
they actually released that damn game because that name is just like, what were they thinking?
I know. At 90s was a different time.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the next mainline Sonic title, which I think we're gonna get that announcement this year.
I'm just glad they're taking their time.
It's been long enough. It's been like 4 years. So I'm ready to see it. So we'll see. Oh yeah, they're doing like a whole Attack on Titan game. Is this you, Bill? I don't know
No.
anything.
No, I enjoyed Attack on Titan. Finally watching it, but I am not what you would call a Attack on Titan super fan by any means. I own the first one of these games for some reason. The second one's stupidly expensive, so anyone who buys this thinking that you can get the other ones easily,
So these are made by Megaforce. What the hell are these?
they're like action RPG-ish kind of games. There,
Is it like DBZ Kakarot or like One Piece World Seeker?
kind of like that.
Okay. I actually bought the One Piece one because it was on sale.
Mm.
I want to give it a try, just see what the big
I
deal
bought
is.
that for Alex to play, and she never played it, but maybe someday.
I didn't feel like that was her kind of game though.
No, but she likes One Piece. She did enjoy Odyssey, so I'll give her that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, Odyssey's on my it's on my backlog. Let's see. Oh, we got the first official like gameplay trailer for Clutch, which is that game. Getting a lot of racing games right now, which is great. It's
racing
nice to
games
see
are
more
making
of
a
them.
comeback.
Thank God. And yeah, like this is being done by Maverick, which is some devs from like the Forza games. I think maybe Gran Turismo as well. But like older racing devs kind of making their own studio. And yeah, making a game called Clutch, which is very much emphasizing the story of this game, like a very like kind of cinematic thing. And I think from what I've heard of the gameplay, it is kind of like Forza Horizon Motorsports, kind of what they're going
Yeah,
for.
it's open world from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, but trying to have more of like a proper story in there, kind of a thing.
Set in Monaco and the French Riviera. That's actually
That's
interesting.
Yeah,
I mean-
that's like similar to like Forza 2
Hmm.
or Horizon 2 because it's on the France-Italian border. So, I mean, it looks really cool. It says it's coming out early next year. They describe the game's world as PvPvE, which is accurate. That's Forza. Because when you hop into Horizon, it's basically a live service game because people are driving around doing shit, but everybody's like invisible or like translucent. So you can't like crash into people randomly, thank God.
But what's going to be
Unless
the,
you
uh,
like
the-
challenge
the
them to
rogue,
like a race or something like that.
What's going to be the rogue AI in this game?
Coming in clutch, who knows? But yeah, the game looks gorgeous, and I'm really curious to what they're going to do with it. So yeah, I might have things to say in the future. We shall see.
Nice.
Let's see here. Anything else?
There's a few big ones.
Well, I'm scrolling through the list, so if I miss anything in Summer Game Fest, let me know. This one actually excited me. So The Wolf Among Us is back after all that crazy stuff that went on with Telltale. I guess they still exist now. I don't quite know the state of them, but
They're kind of like they exist, but they're like a shell of their former selves.
are they doing The Wolf Among Us too?
Them along with a studio called Trick Studios.
Okay, so maybe they're the ones who like saved them.
Makes me wonder if they're going to take what Telltale did and then just finish it, kind of similar to like a Duke Nukem Forever kind of thing.
Yeah, because I think Wolf Among Us 2, it was announced a long time ago, I think.
2014, yeah.
Yeah, because I
no,
never
2017. 2017.
I never played the first one because I missed it. That was in like my gap of like not playing a lot of new games. So I missed out on Wolf Among Us, and I've always wanted to play it because it sounded like it would be really cool. And then seeing the trailer for 2 and seeing people get hype, I was like, all right, maybe this is the time. But along with it, they announced at late this year they're doing a big remaster of the original game. And I'm like, you know what? There we go. Now I have an excuse to play Wolf Among Us 1. So I will be playing that.
It's
really, really cool.
It's really interesting too, because that game's based off of obviously the comic, the Vertigo comic of the same name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is fascinating to me. Like, because I thought it was an original IP until I realized it was actually based off an actual comic.
I think it's unique enough to be seen as that because most people aren't going to know about that.
Yeah, well, because it's technically a sub-series of the Fables comic series, which is why it kind of gets confused.
That's fair. So yeah, very much looking forward to that one. We got an announcement for Stellar Blade 2,
and
Stellar
my
Blade
God,
Blood Rain.
It's happening again. My God.
Oh, are people getting mad again?
I saw so much discourse over this game, and I'm like, who cares?
What was it this time?
The same shit. It's the same shit. Just again.
Fucking reruns. I mean, we know what to expect from Stellar Blade at this point. What does it matter? I mean, I was like, okay, I saw it's like, oh, she's in like a weird like poncho. So, they're trying to be hiding it a little bit. And then it's like, oh, never mind.
Nope. Yeah, I saw that. That was literally intentional. That had to have been intentional.
Yeah. But, I mean, we'll see. People seem to really like the first game. So
it was fine. I didn't get
I haven't played it, so I can't say. But this one, it's being developed by or being published by Shift Up. So they're now self-publishing, which probably says to me it's going to be multi-plat day one.
Yeah.
Probably. So, we'll see. Let's see. Tifa's coming to Street Fighter 6. Who fucking cares?
Hey, some people do.
I just cannot pretend to care about Street Fighter. It's just not my thing. That's
honestly, Tifa coming to it might actually make me want to play it. I'm not gonna lie.
You fucking simp. But speaking of Tifa, they did end on kind of what I thought they were going to end on, and that is the final part of Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Revelation. Here it is, boys. Cloud and Barrett and Tifa, we're dropping in Tilted Towers, I guess, because it's like this big old open world thing that honestly to me just looked like fucking Fortnite. and the big thing is they're bringing in Vincent. So I was like, oh, we getting Dirge of Cerberus remake? Come on, let's do it. We can fix that game. We can make it better. I swear.
Look, you can fix the gameplay of that game. You ain't fixing that train wreck of a story. Like
people want the train wreck, okay? They fit into this shit.
Really?
Yes, we do. God damn it. I like the Crisis Core story.
Crisis Core was good. Dirge of Cerberus. No. My God, that story.
I imagine they're probably getting a lot of Dirge of Cerberus questions now because Vincent is now finally in the remake trilogy, and it's coming out early next year, naturally. So we will finally get the conclusion of this madness, and we can finally move on with our lives
of this bloated mess that nobody fucking asked for.
And look, I may or may not be looking at the Final Fantasy VII Remake at this moment. Okay, I may or may not have booted it up and played it a little bit. Okay, so calm down. Okay, so we'll see.
The first part is the best part, honestly, and then it just goes down.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. it
to be determined, sir. The third one isn't out yet, sir.
I know. It's just this whole like thing was like everybody wanted this remake so bad, and then we get it, and it's like it's only the meme of it's like, we want this thing, but not like this.
No, not like that.
Yeah, that's kind of my whole
God.
thing, where I'm just like, I'm glad it kind of exists in its own bubble, to be honest, because I'm like,
Yeah.
the joke about the complication of Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, this is certainly it. Because my God.
So just wait for the 15-part remake of Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah. I have my doubts.
I mean, that's the one thing I've heard so much about, like that potential remake of 9, if it's real or if it's not. My guess is if a remake of Final Fantasy 9 is real, they are waiting until 7 remake is done to actually like properly show it. And I imagine they've learned their lesson and are like, okay, we're just going to do this as one complete game, because that's
And
really
also-
that's what they should have done with 7 in the first place.
Well, because they didn't plan 7. They literally just announced they were doing it, and like,
And they
just
said,
like-
we're doing a trilogy, and everyone went, what? And they're like, because the original had 3 discs.
which was
Yeah, but that's a different there's different reasons for that.
it was totally a case of they literally just threw it at Nomura and were like, "Hey, Nomura, you're doing this now," and he was like, "Okay." He's like, the original director's still here, and they're like, "Well, he can produce," and it's like,
I think he's done. I think Nomura wants to be done with this
Nomura
so bad.
Nomura didn't ask to do this; he just got it thrown at him.
Yeah,
Oh,
Poor guy.
man.
but yeah, we'll talk about some Nomura in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Summer Game Fest, I
done.
think overall was a really good show.
Yeah,
Like,
they
a lot
showed.
of really cool stuff. It was paced really well. There wasn't a ton of like free to play extraction mobile shooter bullshit in this one, which was really nice.
Jeff wasn't too super cringe. I mean,
Yeah, there was no like bits with the fucking Muppets, thank
yeah,
God.
he didn't want to fuck Miss Piggy again. Like,
I think he did already, and I think he's good.
yeah, they finished that character arc.
Much like Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
So
All right.
now we move into the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, let's get to the one with like the fucking meat. Because holy
There,
shit.
this one was really good, but Xbox honestly have a habit of their June showcases being really good in general. Like the last few ones in like this decade have been like really solid. Like a lot of good stuff in here.
Well, they've gotten a lot of third parties to contribute to them, which we'll get to
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when we get to a very specific game. I have a theory behind some of these that I'll
Yeah.
get into.
We'll talk about
Um,
this. So,
but-
so I found the proper list. Thank you, trueachievements.com. Thank you guys. Where it's like in order. So,
Yeah.
so they open with Gears of War E-Day. And
Looked good.
y'all know I'm a Gears guy. So I was excited for this, and it looks so fucking good. I am so excited. It looks incredible. I'm like, it's this thing. It's like Ace Combat Zero, the Belkin Wars, right? Where the rest of the games in the series reference it as like this major point. And E-Day, Emergence Day, is the thing that all the games reference. And here we get to play it. We get to, see the beginning of Marcus and Dom's relationship, and graphically, the Coalition really know what they're doing with Unreal Engine. Oh my God. Looks gorgeous. Gameplay, it looks to be, same old Gears, which is fine, but it definitely looks like there's a lot of refinement in the movement. Like it feels like they know the core audience and they're trying to please them, as like that's like the main thing that they're trying to do. Very, very excited. I know sometime in the summer we'll get those multiplayer betas, and I will be in there. I can promise you that. It comes out on October 6th, and this game they announced as a Xbox console exclusive. So they're bringing those back. There's another one as well, but I will talk about it when we get to the second one, because I do have some thoughts on that.
I wonder if it's going to be exclusive for a while and it will eventually come to PC.
I'll discuss that when I get to it.
Okay.
So the next one is we got another trailer for Fable. As we know, Fable
It
got
looks
delayed into February,
Very
which again,
pretty.
I'm fine with Fable getting delayed into February, because again, this year is just way too stacked. And it's like Fable, just give it another couple months. And apparently in like a day, actually probably by the time you guys are listening to this, they did a whole deep dive into the gameplay, like as like a separate thing. Because some people were like, we need to see more gameplay, and I agree. And they said, oh, we're going to do a whole thing later where we show you like a bunch of uninterrupted gameplay. So I will be watching that. And I'm really excited for this game. It looks phenomenal.
It does.
I should probably play Fable 2 at least before this comes out.
Yeah,
So
I got to do that
know.
too, so Matt can stop getting on my case about it.
Yeah. We'll do it, Matt. I swear.
Oh, it's coming to PS5.
Yep, because they had promised it on PS5 already.
Okay.
And they had said they weren't going to backpedal on any games they had already announced for it, which I think is fair. I think that's fair because it's like you don't want to say that, and it's like, oh, never mind, because I think more people would have gotten mad. So
yeah, and there's
that's
probably
fine.
some sort of lawsuit shit that they don't want to deal with.
I don't think they'd get sued for that, but they're just like, you know what, just fuck it.
Don't want
you
to
know?
take the risk.
Exactly.
It looks really good though.
Yeah, and then we saw more Halo campaign remastered, complete with bisexual lighting.
Yeah. Cool.
Again, in my experience, bisexual lighting usually means happy stuff for me. Anyways, they really emphasize the new stuff in here, like the extra missions, the more kind of side spin-off content they're adding in to give it a little bit of like some fresh stuff.
So this is another remake of 1, right?
This is like the first proper remake of 1, because on the Master Chief Collection, there's that version on the Master Chief Collection, which is just like a very hefty remaster. This is almost like a complete remake from the ground.
Yeah, because I forgot Anniversary just has the fun graphics button where you can just original Xbox 360, original Xbox 360.
There's a lot of remakes from that era that do that thing where you can swap between the two with like pushes of a button, and it's too fun to do that.
That's kind of fucking brutal on the GPU.
Oh, probably. And I think they wanted to release this in November to coincide with the 25th anniversary of Halo launching. But as we've said before, there's a certain game coming out in that time, and it would have got buried. So this is coming out in July. I'll probably mess around with it on Game Pass. Like I played through Halo 1. I've played through it before.
The pistol
Fine.
better be
I'm not the biggest Halo guy in the world. Which might be crazy saying from Mr. Xbox over here. Like I much prefer like Gears, and again, I'll play this one. I'm curious to what they do with it, so we shall see. And this one is also coming to PS5 because they had promised it in the past. So there you go.
That's going to be so weird. An Xbox.
Oh yeah. I mean, but we're kind of past that now.
Well, we haven't officially had a Halo game. Like,
yeah.
That's going to be there's just going to be something.
But again, I have thoughts on that, but we'll get that when we're at the end. We saw a more deep dive gameplay into Resonance, the Plague Tale Legacy kind of side game.
Yeah.
All it did was remind me that I really need to play that second one because I really liked the first game, Innocence, and then Requiem was the second one. I think it's still on Game Pass, so I need to give that a play. This one's coming out in August, which looks really cool. I probably won't get to it right away just because it's like, well, I need to play, those two. But the first Resonance was really good if you haven't played it. I really enjoyed that game. Let's see. Okay. This is part 1 of Bill rambles about role-playing games. We saw basically the pre-order trailer for Persona 4 Revival coming out February 18th, 2027. I fucking called it. It was coming out next year. So boom, boom, boom. My fantasy critic lives, baby. All right, Bill. This is your game. This is your baby. Please tell us about Persona 4 Revival.
All right. Persona 4 Revival, remake of Persona 4, built in the reload engine, so it looks beautiful, looks gorgeous. The trailer, from what I've seen, it's Persona 4, all right. It's based off of Golden, thank God, because if they tried to DLC that shit, people would have been pissed. So there was a rumor that Toze was developing it, but I can't find that anywhere.
From what I've heard, it is like Toze and Atlas like co-developing it.
Because the Wikipedia and everything just says P Studio.
Well, Toze tends to not get credit.
Okay.
When they develop games, it's something that everybody finds out later when it's like, oh, they developed that. Yeah, but that's just kind of how Toze works. But I've heard that, so
yeah. I saw all that stuff. I was looking around. Graphically, it's got the Persona 4 look. It's got the thing that like Persona 5 started with, like the way the graphics are laid out and designed. Like it's got that Persona vibe to it. It looks really good. The voice acting is going to bother me. I'm not going to lie. That's listening to the trailer. You can clearly see it. Some of the characters, they're close. It's kind of one of those things that's going to bug me. Some of them, like Teddy, not even they didn't even try. Like, I also found it interesting. It looks like they're going to be expanding a lot of like the dungeons and like gameplay things, which I'm personally okay with, because if we're going to remake 4, let's remake it. Let's not just 4's perfect game as it is. Let's actually expand upon it and actually try something different to make buying this remake worth it. They did announce that the pre-orders are up. The special edition pre-orders are up. I'm not paying $250 for that. Fuck that.
Why you don't want the Yukiko body pillow?
Not even included.
I don't even. You sounded so mad at the idea that could exist.
It does. Let's be real.
Yeah. I know it's in your bedroom. I know.
No, it's not. I'm not that. You and Chris paint me out as this degenerate, and I am not. Because
it's funny. Because it's funny to get you all upset. I like watching you squirm. What's in that big super deluxe $250 thing? What's even in there? Like, do we get Teddy's head?
No, you get a fucking figure of you and Izanagi, which is like whatever. You don't even get
that's the most whatever statue I've ever seen, because
you get an art book.
We've talked about 4 in the past.
Yeah, you get an art book, which is going to be like whatever. My big reason why I'm not interested in the special edition, there's no soundtrack CD. That's usually the only thing I'd care about, and they're not even bothering with this,
especially with 4. Do you think this is going to have the original songs, or are they going to have are they going to remake those or do like new stuff? What do you think with the soundtrack?
I'm expecting remakes, mostly because the song in the trailer is completely new. Like, I did not recognize that song.
Okay. Because when they did that original, like, oh shit, leak trailer,
they just used Time to Make History.
Yeah, the original version. I mean, it's probably in there.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to hear all the iconic tracks. Like, if we don't hear Heartbreak Heartbeat or Time to Make History,
I will fucking riot.
Yeah, like the fucking soundtrack needs to be here, and I'm sure it will.
I mean, I would be cool if they did if they remade some of those songs and you could switch between the original or the remake versions. You know, like I'd be okay with that, because I wouldn't mind hearing these songs kind of redone in a modern context, because some of these songs are like decades old at this point.
They are, but they've held up so well. That's
yeah.
That is the crazy part about, because like I'm thinking of like iconic songs like Time to Make History, Shadow World, Heartbreak Heartbeat's the one that's got to be there. I'll Fight Myself,
Signs of Love, True Affection,
Signs of Love.
What's the song near the end of the game, like when you're in that weird like heavenly dungeon?
Heaven.
Yeah.
Just called Heaven.
I don't like that song as much as everyone seems to love that song. I didn't like it as much. But it fits with the context of the story.
The best version of that song is the version in Dancing All Night, where they like really beef up the like backing orchestra. And it's
yeah. Oh yeah, we better get like Every Day's Great at Your Junette. We better get the Junette.
Oh, the Junette. I still love the full version of Dancing All Night, where it's like this.
Honestly, the Junette theme, I would be fine with a remade version of that. You know, give it like new, fresh, bouncy synthesizers. That'd be kind of neat.
So I need your take. What are your thoughts on the voice actors?
It really bothers me, because for such a story-heavie game, you get used to those characters and like those specific voices.
Well, especially like in the case of like Yosuke,
Chie,
not counting the first game,
Teddy,
Yukiko, like Amanda.
I feel like an idiot.
Naoto, Rise.
Yeah, Naoto. Your niece.
Oh,
Nanako. Yeah, like you get so used to those voices.
You know the one voice that which is weird because it's the first voice they show in the trailer, and it fucking broke my brain. Dojima sounds nothing like Dojima. Like what the fuck was that voice?
I don't know, man. It like some people are like, they're like, whatever on it. I think that's fair. People are going to have different takes on it, but it's like, again, you're so used to who those characters are. Like, it's not like Persona 3, right? And this could lead into some of my theories about some stuff later, where it's like, I feel like the Persona 4 revival doesn't have the same juice behind it as 3 Reload, because Persona 3 Reload was such a big remake deal when it was announced and people were speculating, because it was like an attempt to solve the Persona 3 problem.
Which is ironic because all they did was make it more complicated.
Exactly. That was kind of the issue. Whereas Persona 4 has a definitive version. It's been out for 10 plus, like 15 years at this point. And seeing Revival, it's like, yeah, the game looks great. I like that it's like more beautiful graphics. We get to explore this world again, see what new stuff they throw in there.
I love how expressive the characters look. Like how like we're gonna we briefly saw it. There was the scene where Chie gets confronted by her shadow. That looked amazing.
Yeah.
I am psyched.
Oh yeah, and we'll see if they try to make Maria less annoying.
Marie.
Good fucking luck with that.
I'm gonna say her one scene.
Seeing Marie confirmed all the golden stuff. That's when
it's been officially confirmed. But
yeah, because we all knew, because everybody knew it's like golden is the version. Whereas like with 3, again, the Persona 3 problem. So that's kind of why Reload is what it is.
Because a lot of people were like, they're gonna make you pay DLC for Marie, and I'm like, you realize the golden is
no one's gonna buy
more.
that.
No
one's gonna buy that because nobody likes Marie.
Some people do. She has fans, but
I will say it is the only Persona game I've beaten, so I can say certain things. End of her arc, like when you commit to her, it does pay off. I'll give you that, but the process of getting there is like chewing glass.
Yeah, and I will say, her brief little scene in the trailer, I kind of liked. It was kind of cute.
Yeah. So basically, it's like, I feel like this remake is kind of pointless because I feel like it doesn't need to exist, because Golden is already still fantastic and you can play that and be fine. But at the same time, this is day one on Game Pass. I will download it and mess around. I won't beat it, but I will play a bit of it just to see what it's like. Because Persona 4 Golden is probably one of my favorite video games of all time. Like, what a journey that was. I'm so glad I stuck with it. Mm-hmm. And, love all those characters, and just everything about that game is so fucking well done. So it's exciting to see all of that again, and to see some people who maybe were put off by the Vita graphics, giving it a proper PS2 graphics, finally giving it a chance. So I hope that does well. But and then in like 20-25 years we'll deal with this again with the Persona 5 remake.
My brain's like the buffer in there. I'm not even gonna worry about that. But I can't imagine gaming technology increasing in that short of a time to where we have to remake 5. Yeah,
it's one of those things where it's like, I highly fucking doubt it.
One thing I will say about the 4 remake that I am absolutely ecstatic for. 4's story is my favorite part of that game. I love the story.
Good. So fucking good.
The way that they're showing, like one thing I love about 5 and I loved about the 3 remake, every cutscene was so fucking expressive. And with this, we're going to get those animated graphic, like the portraits, which I love that. Yes. We're actually going to see the models are actually going to animate and like move, and like, because one thing, as much as I love 4, the one thing that kind of like gets it is like, we'll have these really fun dialogue scenes, then you just got those static PS2 like just staring at you, which is like, I love them, but
just imagine the remake take on the beach scene.
It's the birth of Venus.
That scene is gonna go hard.
There's going to be a lot of scenes that are going to go really hard.
Some like,
I want to see them,
because we know where that story goes and some of the twists and turns.
We're gonna get the bathhouse scene. We're gonna stand our ground as we get pelted with fucking stools.
Oh, I love that scene. That was so funny.
I can't wait. Like, legit, like if
it's such a, like, again I kind of hate that this remake exists, but like, because I feel like it doesn't need to exist, but like, you know what, it's fine. It's not hurting anybody. And if anything, it might just create some new fans of this game. So, those Persona 5 fans who refuse to play anything older than that will finally get to play Persona 4 and realize it's the better game all along.
Yeah. Yeah, I already pre-ordered it. If I just go dark in February for like a couple weeks, you'll know why.
3DO just stops happening for a couple weeks.
No, I'll pop in for 3DO and I'll just have a fucking giant beard. Like, where have you been?
I'll just be like, how's your wife Yukiko? You'll be like, she's good. She's struggling with owning the store, with owning the hotel, but she's gonna pull through, man.
Still can't cook.
Still cannot cook. Oh, I hope we actually do you think we get to see Mystery Food X?
I hope so. I mean, I'm still gonna try.
A part of me really wants to see what they would have it actually look like.
So I have the Persona cookbook, and I am going to try making that at some point.
Oh, please do. I need a taste test. You and Alex.
I just wonder. I just like that's one of my favorite cutscenes is when they try it and just and then they just fall over.
I love it. Gives you options. They all do the exact same thing where it's like you try to like it or fake spit it out or just immediately vomit, and it's like you just die.
I love Yukiko's
omelet.
I love her omelet later that has like every ingredient imaginable. It somehow tastes like nothing.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene. Yeah, very late. They're like, somehow you made everything taste like nothing. Very impressive.
It's impressive.
It is impressive, honestly. So yeah, February 18th, we'll know where Bill is.
Yeah.
And let's see. Next was they did a full showcase for State of Decay 3.
Look good.
I have not played the other two. This one looks pretty interesting. It's coming out next year. I might give it. It's on Game Pass. I might give it a glance just to see what it's all about. Usually, I'm not a survival game kind of guy, but these games have their fans, so
yeah,
who knows? We saw more of Metro 2039 that's coming out in February, and I'm like 4A, stop reminding me I need to play through Exodus. Okay, can you please stop reminding me? I know, I promise. I really want to play through Exodus before this game because I really love the Metro games, so I'm very much excited for this game. Let's see a theme stuff, blah blah blah. To whatever. There's this weird game called Join Us, which is like a doomsday cult thing. I'm like, that's weird. That's a game that I think could be a hit if it kind of lands in the right way, but I don't know.
It looks like the problem is it looks like a lot of like slop games we have lately, and I'm kind of like,
that's true.
I mean, it might be fine.
It looks like it's being done by like the Goat Sim guys.
Oh,
it has that look to it. I don't know if it is or not.
Oh,
it's just the graphics, like the engine and like the physics engine that they're using, just reminded me of that.
Yeah,
and I'm not really a Goat Sim guy.
Yeah, it kind of. I'll wait on reviews for that one.
I probably will never play it, and that's fine with me.
Yeah.
So the next game we saw, I am very conflicted on this, boy.
Okay.
So we're getting the next Ninja Theory game. It's not Project Mara. Apparently that has been canceled, which really saddens me because I really liked the idea that Project Mara was, where it was like taking the Hellblade like psychological aspect and turning it into a pure psychological horror game. Like getting rid of, like putting it in the modern day and everything. And I was like, that one trailer we had, I was like, that game looks really fucking cool. But I guess that got canceled and we're just getting another fucking Hellblade game. But it's just called Senua. It's not called Hellblade 3. And I guess it's about like Senua in purgatory trying to, it's basically like the same plot as God of War Laufey. It just kind of happened. It's almost kind of the exact same plot.
Yeah, this is actually kind of ironic.
Yeah.
It's like the meme.
I think it's just a coincidence,
It's like the meme. Can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change it enough so no one notices.
It's coming out next year. I'll play it because I beat the other two.
Which is really funny because Ninja Theory's first game was literally like God of War, Goddess of War, basically.
Oh, Heavenly Sword. Yeah.
That's funny.
Because I'd like to see Ninja Theory get past Hellblade and do something different, you know. And I was
See-
hoping Project Mara was that chance, but I guess they're just going all in on this third Hellblade game, which again, it's not called Hellblade 3. They're trying to place it as like it's like in the universe, but it's not like maybe a spinoff. I'm not quite sure where it fits, but like I played the other two games. I love the original Hellblade. I think that is a very special game in a lot of ways. The way Ninja Theory just really crafted such a wonderful narrative and a very compelling experience from start to finish. And then Hellblade 2 does a lot of really good stuff, but I feel it just doesn't have the same impact that does, because I think they're trying to find new avenues to expand upon it, and it just didn't really work for me overall. But I still like the game. This it feels like they said it's like a full-on action adventure game, so it's like I don't know if they're just trying to make it more combat heavy, and I feel like doing more combat and getting away from the story stuff, I feel like it's diluting what made those game the original a really endearing game for me. I don't know.
So it's really funny to me just because like this game forever is I'm going to associate with my drunk ass mixing it, confusing it with Helldivers and that one podcast we did. So
it's okay. There's a lot of Hell games, so you know it is what it is.
I just love how confidently incorrect I was during that episode.
It happens. Don't worry too much.
The problem is though, anytime I think of this game, though, that's just immediately what I think, and I'm just like, "Oh yeah, Helldivers, fun." Yeah,
so it's coming out next year. I'm gonna play it because it's like I've played through the other two. I do want to see what they're doing, but it's just a little disappointing, I guess, because I just really want to see Ninja Theory spread their wings again.
Yeah,
so maybe after this they finally get the chance to do that. I don't know. We shall see. Dark Ages DLC. I don't know. I wasn't really big into Doom the Dark Ages anyway. I wrote a whole review about it, guys. If you go to superpodnetwork.com and scroll through, you can find my review of Doom the Dark Ages. I mean, the DLC looks neat, but I don't know. I don't think I liked Dark Ages enough to warrant buying the DLC. Unless people say it's fucking phenomenal, I may just pass on it. But speaking of games I won't pass on, despite some issues with it, Crazy Taxi World Tour. It's here, baby.
This game.
That trailer was fucking hype as hell.
Yeah.
They understood the assignments. They're like, okay, we're bringing back Crazy Taxi. We have to. We just have to. And they even confirmed that Offspring and Bad Religion are in the soundtrack.
Thank God.
They have confirmed those. I've even seen some like gameplay footage of it. And yeah, the songs that you know are in the game. They are there.
Nice.
And like it's a big old like story mode where there's like 5 different cities across 5 different continents, and you're like, you know, doing like racing, delivery, fare pickup. Like they're really trying to expand it to make it, I guess, more of a, complete game that you would think of these days.
They got to
right?
justify the price because
they haven't said the price yet. I have a feeling it's going to be like 50, 60.
Yeah. Justify that. This is also the first Crazy Taxi since, not counting the mobile ones.
This is what, 3 on Xbox?
The PSP like combo of 1 and 2, probably.
Okay.
Fair Wars, I think it was called.
Fair Wars, yeah. Or even that GBA one.
That was before 3, I believe.
Okay. And yeah, it looks fucking cool. It looks hype as hell.
The trailer,
like the drift that has like the green wheels, which is from Crazy Taxi 3.
Yeah, okay. Finish your thought because I got things to say.
Okay.
I got very annoyed by some people online.
Okay. Well, here, I'll finish my little spiel real quick if you don't mind. They've even announced they're going to have some brands in here. Like they're doing some brand deal stuff. I guess they haven't finalized some of those, but if you look at the footage, they're in there, but I guess they're still kind of finalizing those deals. So, but it looks like, yeah, they're really going all out. Apparently they had the original creators back too. Like the original guy. Yeah, like he's back in making the new Crazy Taxi, which is really exciting. But yeah, Bill, what's your issue? And then I'll talk about the elephant in the room with this guy.
We'll save the other thing because the other thing is actually worth complaining about. The thing that I saw going around in a few places, I'm not going to name names, but this kind of annoyed me. People were complaining about the physics and like things that they saw from the gameplay. And I'm just like sitting here going, did you play the original game? The original game, the physics were always stupid in Crazy Taxi.
I didn't see anybody complaining about the physics.
I saw this in a few Discord servers. I won't name them because I am friends with people there. But like I saw people, they were like questioning like the drift and stuff and like the wackiness and like how it looked like the car was made of styrofoam. And I'm just like,
that's Crazy Taxi.
That's Crazy Taxi.
That's what it's always been.
Did you play the first one? The car
I
always
did.
Drove
I
around,
have the
like,
original on Dreamcast. I might mess around with it after this. Like, yeah. Like,
but it made me also realize
I want it to be that. That's what I want.
Because it also made me realize like no one play. You realize really fast how many people only played the first one and never played 2 or 3, which is understandable because the 2 is very obscure.
Oh, yeah. Because 2 came out late in the Dreamcast life.
Late in the Dreamcast, and the only other way to play it is via Fair Wars, and not a lot of people played Fair Wars.
Yeah, and then 3 was an Xbox exclusive for the original.
Yes. One. So. But like 2 was the game that introduced, the car can just jump 50 feet in the air.
Yeah, and there's like the drifting, like the backdrafts, all this kind of stuff. One thing I'm worried about is how the game's going to implement all of those weird little quirks that Crazy Taxi kind of demands of you to get those really good times, like the weird getting flipping through reverse and drive to like start off immediately, and some of the more tricky things that you've seen like speedrunners and other people do. Like, I'm curious to how they're going to implement those into the game to where you can still have that frenetic action, but make it a little bit more appealing to a bunch of people who maybe aren't used to people who've never even seen it in the arcade.
Oh yeah. Because like the amount of
let
people
alone played the Dreamcast version.
Like an arcade, like Crazy Taxi in an arcade cabinet is an experience. I only ever got to do it once because I saw it at
I've never seen it in an arcade ever.
There was one at a
mall. I
would
flip if I ever did. I would take a picture of it.
So I was too young at the time and I was too stupid. I didn't take a photo.
That's okay.
There was an old mall back where I used to live. It no longer exists, so it's probably this machine's probably long gone. But there was a Crazy Taxi machine in the middle of like one of those mall food courts, like just like randomly there. And I saw it and I was like, I have to play this. So little did I know, the Crazy Taxi arcade machine is loud as fuck.
So I'm blasting Offspring.
I'm sitting in the middle of an arcade. I mean, not arcade, a food court. Surrounding. This was when malls were still. Yeah. Well, we'll get there. But this is back when malls were still somewhat like populated, and like this food court was packed. So I put the coins in. Little do I know, the second I hit start, you just hear Axel go, "Hey, it's time for Crazy Taxi."
And then were people looking at you like, "What the fuck?" Are
legit,
you doing?
like most of the people in the food court just looked over, and I'm just like, well, this is awkward, but now I'm gonna play Crazy Taxi.
You're like, I need to show them that I'm good at this game.
Oh, people are getting annoyed because Offspring is just blasting, and then Bad Religion. I'm just like, the second I finished, I got up and I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna get fucking murdered.
And you've never been back to that mall ever since. They have your name on. They have like your picture plastered next to the arcade machine, being like, "Do not let this man ever play this again."
I was like, what a dumb place to put an arcade machine. But my God, I'll never forget that.
That's amazing. That's so
I'm
funny.
so bummed because that machine probably got thrown away.
Probably, yeah. So yeah, like this game, it's coming out next year, and I'm so fucking excited about it. A lot of people are, or were, and still are, but then a whole thing happened, and it pissed me off because it's like you were riding really high, but Sega, of all companies, right, had to fucking put their foot in their mouth, right? Because that's just what they do. And on the Steam page, it mentioned that the game is using generative AI to some degree. The Steam descriptors are usually kind of vague in general, which some people have complained about, where they just kind of say it, but it's like, well, what does it mean exactly, right? Because we're in that phase where it's like, if you're using it, what the hell does that even mean, right? And they were getting, because they showed like a preview to a bunch of people, and and people were asking them questions, and I even have a quote here saying like what they used it for. So it said, Quote, we used it as a reference. So our artists would pull up and generate some of their ideas, and then they would look at that, generated image, and then they would draw the actual thing. So actual creators, everything from programming the assets, everything is made by an actual human. It is only used as a reference for them to look at, and then they would actually create the real thing that would go into the game. And then they also said, like, any of the performances in the game or whatever, like, the performers are not AI in any way. So it sounds like they used it in the like conceptual stage, which is a whole nother conversation in and of itself, where it's like I don't know how much time or resource saving using it in that phase is even doing. You know what I mean? Like people have to realize that like the Asian markets view like this AI stuff a lot more positively than the West does.
Yeah.
And when you have companies like Capcom, Square Enix, probably even Konami, using it in their development, and they've admitted to it, but they're being a lot more discreet about it, right? Whereas Sega being Sega is just like, yeah, of course, blah, 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 Sega being Sega, right? Sideshow Bob stepping on the rake. It hampered the whole thing for a lot of people. And also to a degree where I think like the moment certain people just hear the term AI, they just immediately freak out and say, fuck all of this shit. Like, I don't want to say derangement syndrome, but I feel like some people almost immediately are like, this fucking sucks, blah, 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 blah. And I can understand that.
It's
really
understandable. AI is such a weird thing right now.
But also, yeah, because it sits in this very weird spot, though. And again, I don't think like Sega is using this to replace jobs. I don't get that vibe at all.
No,
I really don't.
Trailer, it looked pretty.
I mean, it looks really good, and when this game comes out, there are going to be people who are like desperately picking through every little square inch to try to find that stuff. I guarantee you, people are going to do that, and if hearing that like deters people from buying and playing the game, you know what? That's fair. I totally understand that. But as somebody said to me, I think Sega would learn the wrong lessons from that. Like if it does well, they're just gonna be like, oh great. But if it doesn't do well, they're just gonna be like, well, I guess nobody wants Crazy Taxi. Like they're not gonna think, oh, people didn't buy it because of the AI stuff. They're just gonna be like, oh, I guess just people don't like Crazy Taxi.
The thing I'm starting to accept is, as much as I don't like it, AI is one of those things that we're kind of just gonna have to accept to a degree, because
I feel like everybody's going to kind of have their ceiling with it, like what they can tolerate and what they cannot tolerate. It's kind of when you view like a problematic music artist, right?
Yeah.
Or somebody like that, where everybody's going to have their own degree of what they're fine with and what they're not fine with. And to a degree, you have to kind of accept the way people feel about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm never going to buy a game that's like purely built using just like machine learning AI generated. Yeah, never. Like if this was that, no, I'm not going to do it because I think that's gross. Using it in a conceptual stage, it's like I get like a concept artist maybe wanting a different tool that they could maybe work with to try to come up with some ideas, like using it as like something, but it also is just like, well, why not just look at the old games? Like what concept do you need? Like there's already references kind of a thing, but again, it's all very vague, so we don't know the extent of how much it was used or not used in the conceptual stage. So you just kind of have to take them at their word, I guess, for better or for worse. And yeah, and if that sours you on getting the game, I totally understand, but like the game looks so fucking fun. It's you know me, I'm a Sega boy, and I'm so happy to see Crazy Taxi back. Like, I'm going to buy it.
I mean,
I'm going to buy and play it. Like,
they're definitely not using AI for the music.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If this game turns out really good and people really like it, everyone's going to either forget about it or gloss over it, much like they did with Expedition 33.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I'm going to just wait and see. I mean, I'm going to buy this because this looks amazing and I love Crazy Taxi.
Yeah. I'll let you know, because I'm probably there day one, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
honestly.
Yeah. Let's see. They showed off like the new 25th anniversary console. So it's using that translucent green of like the original Halo Xbox.
I loved that stupid meme of the Homer Simpson meme because I'm like, that's really funny. But I'm like, that's also super understandable. Like, let's be real here. Who cares about the back of the thing?
Yeah. Though I think some people may have just been memeing about that. I don't know. I'm probably going to grab that controller because that controller looks really fucking cool. Like, it brings back the colored ABXY. The left bumper is white and the right bumper is black. You know, like, that's a really cool nod. And I just like seeing like transparent, translucent colors in like tech again.
Oh yeah, atomic purple.
You know, yeah, like much like my Forza 5 controller that has a bit of that in there as well. Like, it just looks really cool. So I'll probably snag that controller. I'm not buying the console. I don't need another series. And apparently, if you were at the little live fan event that they did, they gave them away to for free to everybody there, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Some Minecraft Dungeons 2, which
cool.
If Frack Jr. wants to mess around with it, because we played a bit of 1, sure, I guess it's okay. Nothing wrong with it. Magicians the Devil's Deal. Now that was an interesting little game. A first-person narrative-driven action game set in a nightmarish reimagining of Victorian London. It's day 1 on Game Pass, coming out next year. And yeah, it's like this weird, like, I guess you're like a magician fighting off demons with your magic skills, I guess. Looks really interesting. You know, reminded me a teeny bit of BioShock, just like a teeny bit.
It's got that vibe to it.
Yeah. So definitely, I mean, this could be one of those like an Expedition 33, where it's like this third-party game that drops in Game Pass, and got first highlighted in an Xbox show, and it's like, oh, this game's like really fucking cool. I'm gonna check it out. I don't think it's gonna reach those heights, but it looks really cool.
It looks creative, and that's honestly
absolutely
all I really care about.
Absolutely. I guess the creators of Ghost Runner are making a first-person game where you play as like Napoleon fighting like ghosts or whatever, called Valor Mortis, which I'm like, that's cool. In Game Pass too. Ghost Runner's pretty cool, so I might give that a shot.
Let's
see. We saw another look of Castlevania Belmont's Curse.
Oh yeah.
You know, I honestly, the first time we saw that, I think it was at like a PlayStation show a while ago, and comparing it to this, they looked so different. I thought it was like another Castlevania game.
Yeah. 40th anniversary, goddamn.
I know, and they're just doing this for it, god damn it. But I mean, this game looks fucking dope. I'm there day 1 because I am supporting the shit out of this game. I want Castlevania back so fucking bad, please. So, and it looks awesome. Like, it's going for like the Igavania style.
Oh yeah.
But it's set, I believe, 20 years after Castlevania 3.
Yeah, you're
playing as the daughter of Trevor and Sypha, yeah.
Yeah, and there was people that were up in arms about this for some reason.
It's woke because it has a girl in it.
Yeah, and so did Order of Ecclesia.
I know. Like, I'm like, this ain't the first Castlevania game where we played as a woman, guys.
My favorite one of all time has it co-stars one. Fucking
what? Jonathan. Charlotte. Though, to be fair, I believe this is the first
canon female Belmont.
Yeah, but
Sonya's not canon anymore, or ever was. I don't know.
R.I.P. But it's like, who fucking cares, man? Like, you know how deep the Belmont bloodline is? There had to be some ladies in there.
Yeah.
It's fine. And plus, a lot of the dudes look like women anyway. Who fucking cares?
Yeah. I'm like,
this game looks fucking sick.
You know what also hit me too?
I'm all in. October 15th, you know where I'll be.
You know what's funny too? They're like, I saw one person was complaining about this. They were like, Ego would have never done this. I'm like, did you play Bloodstained? Like, come on, man. Oh,
media illiteracy is at an all-time high, and I despise it because these people refuse to learn. They just want confirmation bias, and their over-reliance on ChatGPT and Grok allows them to live in this alternate reality where they just refuse to learn or be seen as wrong in any sort of fucking sense, and it's despicable. Mm-hmm. I hate it so goddamn much. Anyways, Besides that, another little Game Pass title that looks kind of interesting is Vivarium. This kind of that little like life sim adventure thing. It looks like an 80s anime.
Yeah,
and some people are saying Studio Ghibli, and I'm like, it looks older. It looks older. It's like closer to like Orbitals.
Yeah, it's
which we'll talk about in a little bit.
It doesn't
looks like that.
It doesn't have the Ghibli look because we know what a Ghibli game does look like because we had Kune.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it looks really cool. It's like it's a little life sim adventure game that's taking place like in a terrarium. So it's like it's almost like a game in a game kind of thing. I'm not sure. That's launching next year. I believe it's coming to Game Pass. So it's like, I'll definitely play that. Yeah. I'm curious to what that's going to do. So yeah. Okay.
All right, are we at the big one? Which big one?
It's time for part 2 of Bill talks about RPGs because, guys, some of y'all didn't believe me, but the rumors were true. Persona 6 got its first official reveal at the Xbox show. The theme is green. Clearly, they're going for a darker story akin to maybe Persona 1 or 2.
Or 3. 3 was pretty dark.
3 as well. It's day 1 on
4 is kind
of
dark when you think about it.
True. It's day 1 on Game Pass, which is shocking to me.
I'll save that for the end. I have a theory.
But it's multi-plat day 1 on everything, which is a big deal, right? It's the first one. But
Except Switch 2, but I think
that'll come later. I think that'll come later because in the Direct we saw some late ports, and I imagine 6 will probably be a part of that in the future. So, it's here. It's real. All right, Bill, go for it.
Well, there's not a lot to say because let's be real. This is a nothing trailer. There is not a lot here. We got a number. It's green. And it's Persona. So that's fun. It very much screams the Persona 5 initial release, like that infamous chair photo. I don't think we're going to have to wait 12 years for this one. Like, I'm pretty sure
you only had to wait 3.
Yeah, it felt like 12, but it felt like 12. All right. I mean, it's
been some of the RPG people are insufferable.
The delays, man, for a game that ended up not really living to expectations, but that's besides the point.
I mean, that game surpassed any expectations it had.
It did, but ironically, coming into it as a 4 fan, it actually kind of like I was like, I liked 4 more. I'm happy. 6. I mean, Persona 5 made me realize I'm not as big a Persona fan as I thought. I think I just like Persona 4. But I'm gonna play this. Gonna probably get it day 1.
I'm there day 1 for sure.
I'm not. I don't think until 28. To be honest,
the rumor mill stuff I'm hearing is late 27. But again, we can talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like let 27 be Persona 4 Revival's year, and then let 28 be a fresh start kind of thing. That's my thought. So the Game Pass thing. This is something I have a theory on. Because Game Pass day 1 is a choice.
Well, it's one that's been done before. Because the 3, 4, and 5 ports, when they hit Xbox, they did come to Game Pass.
To be fair, though,
I don't think Metaphor was day 1 Game Pass, but it came to Game Pass later.
It did. See, my thing on that is those were older games, so putting them day 1 Game Pass Xbox, that's fine. This one, my thoughts are, and it kind of ties into the fact that this was shown at the Xbox showcase.
Yeah.
My theory here is it's Game Pass day 1 because Atlas is fully aware that the majority of their sales are likely going to be on the PlayStation. That just where the RPG nuts are, most of them. It just kind of, that's my thought. Might as well put it on Game Pass and try to get some people that would be curious about it. Oh, sure, give this a shot. Like, it makes perfect sense. It's the same. It's like why they did it at the Xbox showcase. The Sony fans are going to buy this regardless. Like, they don't like, you don't even, all you have to say is it's coming out and they're there day 1. Mm-hmm. Like, show it at the Xbox fan base. Let the Xbox fans be like, oh, that's cool. Like, so it makes perfect sense. Like, it really does.
and it being green,
Yeah, that's an
it
interesting
just
choice.
lines up right there, right? And as I've mentioned probably before, Microsoft and Sega have always had a very good relationship dating back to the Dreamcast days. And they've always been friendly with each other.
Yeah.
So, and with Atlas being under the Sega umbrella, I think that explains kind of the embracing that Microsoft in the last few years has been really trying to cater more to the Japanese devs and that side.
Yeah.
And I think you've been seeing more and more of these games going like to everywhere, including Xbox, because clearly there's an audience there for it. It's not as big as the PlayStation or PC crowd or even the Switch crowd, but I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
So it's like you might as well do it. Like the technology for porting these games
is really cheap these days.
Yeah, it's cheaper and it's quicker to do. I mean, especially when the PS5 and the series are both
basically
running on
the same.
They're running on AMD hardware. Both of
Yeah.
them are. So I like, it's not copy paste. I'm not trying to say that, but with all the tools that are there for moving these games around, it's like, yeah, you might as well do it. And I mean, again, and if Microsoft's going to give you the Game Pass bag, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the deal as well.
Well, because you think about it,
I'm going to buy this. I'm going to actually buy this one because
yeah, I mean, support
it's it's the next mainline Persona game. It's like I might as fucking well pay for it and get a physical copy. It better have a fucking physical copy, then I will buy it.
It will.
So because I have a physical of 5 for the Xbox, so and I have a physical for Metaphor as well. So I've put my money where my mouth is. So and yeah, it just makes all that sense in the world. And I think Xbox just being cozy with Atlas and Sega, it just kind of makes sense, why not?
I mean, so they're fully aware the Sony fans are gonna buy it. They don't have to worry about that. It's not.
And Atlas saw the success that the Persona 3, 4, and 5 multi-plat ports did.
Yeah.
Like when it finally left PlayStation and went everywhere, it sold like fucking hotcakes. I forgot the term hotcakes. Yeah. Like it sold super well, and Sega was like, okay, people showed up for it. All right, Persona 6, we're doing it. Like, which to me felt like the ports were to be sure the audiences were there for the other platforms to do it. And they showed up and they were there. So they're like, okay, Persona is multi-plat now. I mean, they did the same with SMT. They did the same with Metaphor.
Catherine.
They did the same with
Catherine was always multi-platform, actually.
Well, Catherine full body's not on Xbox, but you can still get the original version as backwards compatible.
That's actually weird because the original Catherine was on both.
Yeah, you can get the backwards compatible version of the original on here, but full body for some reason skipped it. But it was again in that weird time when it came out.
It was also it's also a very obscure game.
Exactly. Like I was gonna say like Rydell Remastered came to everything. Soul Hackers 2 came to freaking Xbox. So it's clear there is, Sega and Atlas are like, yeah, let's just do it. Why not?
Put it on everything. Why not?
Yeah, and six Persona 6 is like the big confirmation of that, where they're multi-plat now. And I think that, and I guarantee you when 6 comes out, we're going to hear like fastest selling game in the series. Like it's going to sell gangbusters immediately.
Yeah, most likely.
Go ahead.
So I'll say that the lack of a Switch 2 announcement, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that despite the Switch 2 being more powerful, it's still weaker than the series and the 5. There's probably a lot of technical things they got to jump around to port it.
My guess is it will come, but at a later date.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That's something I think Nintendo owners have gotten used to, and that's if you primarily play on Switch and Switch 2, like there are certain games it's like you will get them, but later because we have to put more work into that port.
Yeah, because we have not,
and companies are more willing to do that port work now than they were for Switch 1 because it was much less powerful, and companies were kind of iffy on it because of they weren't sure if the Switch was going to be a hit. But then that got confirmed in Switch 2. They're like, okay, we fucked up. We're jumping on the Switch 2 bandwagon, which we'll talk about in the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, because as of right now, obviously this trailer, it doesn't show anything. It's literally just we're making it, guys trailer.
I think the trailer is more like they didn't want to overshadow Persona 4 because if they showed us actual footage of 6. Oh my God, people will be losing their goddamn
I'm pretty
minds.
sure the only reason 6 is here is because of the leaks. Like, let's be real.
That's possible, but also I think because they've done it before. But I think I think they see Persona 6 as nearing the end of the finish line. So they're like, it is now time to officially unveil it because they know where it's going. And like the leaks, like they showed like the dual protagonists, like that's back. They showed like character designs. So I've seen that stuff. And even the logo is the exact same logo. And you know they were true when Sega was DMCAing the leaks. So it's like, okay, so they are fucking real. So it's all there. And I still stand by late 27 because, as I had said with Full Revival, again, I don't think it has the same sauce behind it as the 3 remake. And I think if it lines up, they could do Full Revival in February, and then 6 could be November. And I think there'd be enough, like a big enough gap there. I mean, 2 Personas in a year would be insane, but I think that gap, I think, would be fine for most people. It could very well get delayed into be like an early 28 game, and I think most people would be fine with that anyways, you know? But it's just, again, from the rumor mill stuff I'm hearing, they are projecting late 27, but they were smart to not mention the date at all. Because they're not, as you said with the chair, they're not falling into that trap again. They're just like, no. You know, we'll give you. I wouldn't be surprised if we get to like the Game Awards or maybe even the Xbox Developer Direct in January, February time, where they do a more proper showcase of it at that point. I think it'll be end of this year, early next year. We will actually see the game.
So I am very curious on, because obviously a lot of people remember P Studio. A lot of the people left and went to form Studio Zero. So I'm curious who's going to be working on this game, because all we know at the moment is the producer and the artist is still Sojima, which is good because that Persona art style is iconic.
And from the character portraits I saw of 6, they do line up with the past games.
Yep, it's definitely Sojima. And I believe Megoro's coming back. Thank God, because if he didn't, I'd be so upset.
Do you think this game is going to lean more into the darker storylines of 1 and 2, like the more explicitly like spin-off of SMT, as opposed to, I know 3, 4, and 5 have their dark moments, but you can tell that's when Persona became it, like it got its own identity, whereas 1 and 2 are clearly offshoots of Shin Megami Tensei. Do you think they're going back to that?
Judging by this trailer and how it's like borderline horror at one point, maybe we'll see, because 5 did a lot to bring back the SMT elements that were missing from 3 and 4. Because I say like 3, especially 4 and 5, are more subtly horrific when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because like 4 is, when you really think about the grand scheme of things, 4 is kind of terrifying when you think of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But the sunshine and rainbows of everything else kind of hides that. 5 is dark, but like
almost in like a cartoonish way.
5 is dark until you get farther in, you realize it's just a heist movie, basically.
Yeah, I've only put like 13 hours in that game, so I've done like 1% of the game, maybe.
Okay. That's fair.
I've beaten the first dungeon. That's the farthest I ever got in the game.
According to a lot of people, that's where the game peaks, but
I doubt it.
It's 5. We'll have to do a deep dive on 5 at some point in the future.
Yeah. I'll eventually get 200 hours to spare.
My thoughts on this game is I'm getting Persona 2 vibes. Persona 1 is
I was getting Persona 2 vibes as well.
Yeah, because Persona 1,
because I've played teeny bits of 1, and like 1, it has that SMT thing, but it's clearly like trying to differentiate itself from it. But I haven't played 2 at all.
1 is a weird game. It is the most confused of what it wants to be a game. 2 was the one where 2 is like I wanted to not remake, but I just want those games to be re-released because I want people to experience them.
I'm surprised they just refuse to do anything with 1 and 2. Maybe after 6 they might actually do something with them.
My theory on 2, I'm not gonna lie, I think it might have to do with the certain villain and the climate of the world right now.
I have a guess, but I won't.
I'm not going to get into it.
I won't divulge, but I have a guess.
If you know, you know. I think that might have something to do with 2 not being 2 is hard to touch. That's all I'm going to say. It's why the first part didn't come out back in the 2 when it first came out. We only got the second half.
Yeah.
But 2 did there's a lot of dark shit in 2. Like 2 is a very it's a game that you really got to experience because there's like nothing else like it. It was the first Atlas game to go third person, like not to use the first person dungeons, like which is very unique. And there's a lot of elements of 2 that you can see throughout the rest of the series.
Absolutely.
And I think the way it is 6 looks like it's really leaning into the darker, like kind of macabre kind of vibes. And
I'm curious to where that goes. Because in their little description they said, like all the social sim stuff is still going to be there. I mean, it has to be. It's part of the identity of the game. So it'll be interesting to see, as we get further in to see what they show of the game and people's kind of takes and all that kind of stuff.
I really like the 2 protagonists. I hope those are both protagonists.
Yeah, and they haven't confirmed any of the stuff I've mentioned, like dual protagonists, but like that's like the prevailing thing right now, and I think that's a good idea. Again, give it a because I think with 6 they're probably thinking, since the main P Studio guys left, we can kind of shake up the formula a little bit, shake up Persona a little bit. And I think that's the right way to go.
So I'm curious, we didn't bring this up with 4. What are your thoughts on the character redesigns? Just curiosity.
I mean, the redesigns in 4 aren't like too dramatic.
Some people had a problem with them, and I was like, they look fine to me. Like
they looked fine to me as well.
They just like more. They look. It's clearly Tsujima's more.
It is weird seeing them in like full size and not chibi.
Yeah.
Or not chibi, but like half chibi. You know what I mean?
It's also very clearly Tsujima's modern art style, which makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it can look a little funky in some of that shading stuff, but like, it's fine.
Well, it's like you're taking character designs from 2008 and just redoing them in modern time. It's like
exactly they're gonna look a little different when you draw them, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm not that gonna get that fucking picky about it.
I wasn't that upset. I just think people like to bitch. Like I think that's
yeah, they do. Oh god, they do. I'm sure you can find somebody bitching about every single announcement in all of these showcases. All right, so we'll move on to the next announcement, which was another big one that I'm hyped for, and I think you are too.
Yeah,
Spyro: A Realm Reborn, guys.
My favorite.
Toys for Bob. They've been working on a Spyro game the whole time. Can you believe it? To the shock of no one.
Shock.
It's coming out spring of next year. It's on Game Pass and everything. I am hype as balls. It looks so good.
Why do I feel like this is what Toys for Bob has wanted to make for years, but they never were allowed to?
Call of Duty Mines. Well, they had an interview recently where they said like we had to go independent because we did not want to get stuck in the Call of Duty Mines because they knew they weren't going to get allowed to do other things. And so they fought for their independence and they got it. And I'm glad that they got it. And then they were able to work out a deal with Microsoft to be like, so can we actually make the game we wanted to make, which was like the next Spyro game? And they're like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So honestly, like credit to Activision and Microsoft for not just killing them, but letting them go free and allowing them to do this thing. Like, honestly, I'll give them credit for that because they could have easily just killed them and whatever. Right. So they see the value in Toys for Bob being like one of the more prominent 3D platformer developers. Right. And there's clearly an audience for these games, right? So
they made
you might as well go
Crash
for
game.
it.
So and a great
Crash 4 is great. Love the Spyro trilogy, the Crash trilogy. Like it's all very, very well done. So this is exciting. This is exciting to see. Like I think we're finally going to get a great a great Spyro game that's not the trilogy. It's about damn time.
Like because
the closest we got was probably Hero's Tale.
Hero's Tale was the last one that I considered good.
Yeah, agreed.
Not great, but it's about
it was solid.
It's about on par with Crash Twinsanity, only it's more complete.
Yeah, I agree. Because like Enter the Dragonfly, no,
that game is like the greatest dumpster fire.
And then like the Legend games are weird. I don't think they're bad, but it's like they don't really fit.
They're a different thing.
They're a different breed. And then
Skylanders.
we got into a little discussion in Discord about Skylanders, where it's like, yeah, Skylanders doesn't count.
That was made not as a Spyro game. They literally
exactly
because you can find that generic dragon design that they clearly recolored into Spyro.
Exactly. So it's like that doesn't count. And they use Spyro's corpse to make Skylanders a thing.
Yeah, and it just
I'll die on that fucking hill. And then they did the trilogy, which was great, and now here we are. Excuse me, Spyro is redesigned again. But it's like the Crash 4 redesign, where you can tell it's more faithful to the original character. Yes. It's not like Legend of Spyro where they just made him more of like a straight up dragon. You know, like here they still are true to the character. His teeth look a little funky though, don't they?
Yeah,
a little. But it's not the end of the world or anything like that. It's just it has some little funky bits in there, but whatever, right? Hey, we're getting a new Spyro game,
and
I'm hype as balls. I'm ready to play more Spyro.
And they got Tom Kenny to come back. Hell yeah.
That's so good. Do you think Stuart Copeland does any songs on here?
Maybe one. I doubt he'll do the whole soundtrack, but I will.
Because for the Reignited trilogy, he wrote a new piece for the menu music.
Yep. And it's
which was awesome.
Great track. I hope he does something.
I hope because he'd do it.
I'm guessing
Stuart Copeland don't give a fuck. You know, like I watch a lot of music drumming stuff. So I see Stuart Copeland all the time. And yeah, like his vibe, he doesn't give a fuck. But you ask him about Spyro and he very much holds a special place in his heart for that. Because he was like, this was like a really cool project, but he didn't think too much of it. He was like, it was a unique, fun challenge for him. And then to see decades later, people still ask him and bring that up so much. Like it really made him realize how important it was and how he truly appreciates what that did for him and kind of his legacy.
I still love how one of the stages in the first Spyro is just straight up the Amanda Show theme.
Yeah.
That is so funny when you get to it and you're like, wait a minute.
So, but yeah, we're all in on this. This looks great.
Oh yeah. My favorite comment I saw online was the second that popped up, someone was like, fuck that Persona shit. This is the real shit. I was just like, you know what?
You're goddamn right.
I was like, you know what? Fair.
2027 is going to go hard, dude.
I don't have enough money or time.
Neither do I. Thank Game Pass because it's going to save me money on all this shit. And then we got another deep dive look into Clockwork Revolution. It got a release date for 27. Game looks so fucking cool. I'm really stoked for this guy. Like it feels like this is truly like the BioShock successor in a lot of ways. Like the more we see of it, the more I'm like really hype and interested in like In Exile, like really going for it here. Like taking BioShock influence, Fallout influence, and really kind of crafting a whole new like steampunk RPG world kind of a thing. I think this game could I feel like this game could be really fucking special if they nail it, And this is the other game that they said was console exclusive. So this along with Gears, they're still coming to PC day one.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah. But they're just not coming to PlayStation 5. Or even PC. Switch for that matter. And they even said that they're not going to be timed exclusives or anything like that. So basically they're just kind of going back to like the Xbox One thing 10 years ago where they were like, Xbox and PC but nothing else.
That's fine. I'll just play it on PC.
Yeah. And again, I think that's fine. I think honestly I feel like they should have just always done that. Really. Like they never should have caved into the multi-plat stuff the way that they did because it felt like it was just a reaction to try to get to that 30% profit margin and shit, and now they're trying to close the toothpaste tube. I don't know how that'll work overall, but I think it's really something they should do. It's been a bit of a talk online in some ways, and I'm not going to get too deep into that because I think a lot of people are just being really shitty about it, like where it's like where like it's okay if Sony does it, but if Xbox does it, it's like fuck them, right? Like it's that kind of stuff, which I knew would fucking happen. But I think it's more of like how far is this gonna go as we keep going? Like will Elder Scrolls 6 not come to PlayStation 5? Like that would be big.
I have a strong suspicion that like the Activision and like Bethesda stuff is probably still going to be multi-plat.
Yeah, I mean,
But
we'll see what happens.
yeah,
You know, it would be a big gamble if they were like, you know, Elder Scrolls 6, you got to come here to play it because they know people would.
see, my
But
theory,
would it be enough to justify doing that? I can't say.
because my only thoughts on that are it's gonna be one of those cases where my prediction is you will see more people just buy PCs rather than Xboxes.
Sure. Because I've always felt they never should have done PC day one anyway.
That's,
I
yeah.
get them being invested in the PC market because they're fucking Microsoft. It makes sense, right? But I'd always felt they should have like delayed the PC ports by at least like 18 to 24 months, or at the very least wait that long to put them on Steam. Like if you still
Yeah.
want to have them on PC, it's like, well, then just have them like a Microsoft Store exclusive or something like that to try to drive people into that away from Steam, which people wouldn't do because you know how people are. Because you know how people are with Steam. But you know, at least I think that would show more of a dedication to like their ecosystem. But again, I think the whole putting the games on PS5 that they had done, it was clear that like the only one that did anything was Horizon 5 because that was such a unique experience for that console that a lot of people were going to go to that, but like everything else didn't really sell well. And was it really worth that extra profit for kind of diluting your brand in a lot of ways?
It was kind of just
Sony are like, I guess we're going to try to back away too and see, but they're not going to like stop doing PC day one. That would be big if they tried that. But I don't know if they're willing to go there. Like Dre and Fine mentioned it. Like, imagine if Elder Scrolls 6, they're like, no PC, no PlayStation. You have to buy an Xbox to play this game. That would be like, Jesus Christ. How would that go? I have no idea. I don't think they're willing to do that.
See, the thing is, if we were in an earlier time
where consoles weren't so fucking expensive,
because let's face it,
then it probably would work. They'd probably sell a shit ton of them just for that game.
Because let's face it, if they tried that now,
people would just wait.
They'd either wait or they'd cave because
that's the thing. People would fucking cave, but would it be enough people to justify doing? I don't know.
I was saying either
I feel like
or Microsoft caves.
Yeah, you know, I don't know, but I mean, like if Sony, I feel like if Sony's going to be an aggressive bitch, why not do the same? You know, fight fire with fire, I guess, if you want to do that.
Yeah.
But
the problem
again,
is
I don't really know what their plan is.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what they're thinking or what they're not thinking. Some of it does come off a bit too reactionary, but it's one of those, we'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens. I think having more like genuine console exclusives is a good thing overall, because it's clear that's what people want. So just do it. Just fucking do it, you know? And we'll see. Like, you know, if Sony's going to keep paying companies to not put your games on on your platform, then yeah, fuck them. You know, be like, you're not going to get Gears then. Sorry. You know, and just let it be. You know,
to be fair though, as we learned, most of the Sony fans didn't give a shit. So
yeah, exactly. So it wasn't worth doing. Clearly, it wasn't worth doing because they weren't making like record profits putting those games on other platforms.
Well, they also did it in the dumbest way because it was like Gears 1. It was like the majority of people are like, yeah, we played that years ago. Who cares?
Yeah. Like really, the only stuff that should stay multi-plat as far as I'm concerned are like Minecraft, Call of Duty, of course. They're too big. Any like live service multiplayer stuff, because that just makes sense. Sony does the same with Marathon and Helldivers. That all makes sense to me. And I mean, those are the only ones I can really think of. That's like, yeah, you might as well multi-plat those.
I think series
you'd be stupid to not do, but anything else, like just keep it on your thing. Why not? Like,
yeah,
like give the people who invest in that ecosystem, you know, something that feels a little bit more like theirs, I guess, if that makes any sense. Because it's like the other two do it, you know.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Unfortunately, it is complicated, though. I agree.
the timing of this entire thing happens to just line up with one of the weirdest timelines of gaming right now.
Yeah, and it was because of all the stuff they did in the Xbox One era that, looking back, a lot of that stuff they shouldn't have pulled the trigger the way that they did.
Yeah,
they really shouldn't have. I feel like if Xbox stuck to their guns, like through that whole one generation, they would be like paying those dividends now. Like it would be paying off. Because imagine if like Doom: The Dark Ages, Indiana Jones, South of Midnight, like all of those games were console exclusive and maybe got PC ports later, and that was like the thing that they stuck to. I feel like they would be fine. Like no one would be saying they're dying or dead or whatever. You know, they probably still be in second, but the gap would be a lot closer.
See, that's the thing that, like, obviously taking Nintendo out of it, Nintendo it's its own weird thing. If they did this at the start of the gen, where it was evener, they might have had a chance. The problem is Sony's got the high ground now, and I don't see it.
Because Sony is viewed as the default console. And in this day and age with digital libraries and everything, it's harder and harder these days to get people out of that.
Yeah, and they have the international stuff. Like Microsoft's biggest problem is they just don't have the same international market anymore.
No, which self-inflicted.
It's their own fault, but at the same time it hurts.
But I always get this, especially with this new regime. But I've always felt like they're trying their best to try to make it work, and they have the capital to make it work. And I get the sense that Microsoft, they're never going to abandon gaming entirely. Like it's too embedded in their like culture and just everything they do as a company. Like it's always been there, so they're never going to abandon it entirely. You know, and at this point, I just don't see them willing to, do the Sega thing. I just don't think they're willing to do that. With all the money that they've invested and they make money on it more than I think people think. So it would kind of be silly to completely abandon it. I don't think they ever will. I think they're too scrappy to really to jump ship. You know what I mean? I think they have too much pride to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where it's kind of like a case where I'm just like, let's see where this goes.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes, and who knows, guys. But the last thing they showed before the big old Gears Direct, which I won't get into at all, it looks fucking great, is they showed off the new mode in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 called the DMZ mode, which they're describing as like an extraction type shooter thing, which is a bit of the zeitgeist at the moment in online shooters. The footage, it reminded me of, I couldn't think of the game at first, but then I did. Do you remember that game Body Cam?
Vaguely.
I believe it's Steam only, and it's a shooter where it's meant to like simulate like a policeman's body cam. Like it has the fisheye lens and everything, and it like it blurs out has a very realistic look with how it handles the lighting and everything.
Yeah.
And it was a bit controversial, and it was a bit controversial when it came out. And DMZ to me looks like it is taking influence from that, but kind of doing it in its own kind of Call of Duty way, where it doesn't look as deeply realistic as Body Cam, because that rubbed people quite the wrong way when that first came about, thinking, is this a little too realistic? But that's a whole nother topic. I mean, it looks cool. I like that they're giving zombies a break.
Yeah.
And they're trying like a whole brand new mode with this Modern Warfare 4 to see if, maybe they can, bring a little bit more life into the series. We'll see. I'll let you all know when I review it. So stay tuned. And yeah, that was the Xbox show. And I thought it was really good, like very solid, a lot of meat, quite a bit of variety as well. And yeah, a lot of stuff to look forward to as somebody in the ecosystem. So I'm a happy guy. A lot of great stuff. I'm so fucking hyped for Gears, man. So
I give
hyped.
it an A+.
Yeah, for sure. All right. The last big show, I know we've been going for a long time, is the Nintendo Direct, which happened earlier today. I felt of all the four, it was kind of the weakest one, but I think that's because a bulk of the show was just all these games coming to Switch 2, like games we've already seen and known about before. So it was kind of like, for me, it's like, I don't care, but I like that all of our, Switch 2 primary people are getting those games. Like, I'm happy as hell for them to see like Lies of P and Devil May Cry and Metaphor, ReFantazio, and all these other games coming to Switch 2, because clearly it has the power to run these games, and you see these developers really like dedicating themselves to the hardware. So I think that's a good thing, and I'm glad Switch players get to play those games, finally, right? So if you're like a Switch only person, you're probably eating super good after this one, and I don't blame you one bit.
Yeah.
So we open with more gameplay from the new Rhythm Heaven, which I forgot was coming out. And
yeah, same, to be honest.
yeah, I mean, it looks like Rhythm Heaven. It's fine, I guess. Like, I'm not super stoked for it. I mean, it's cool. It's coming out July, but it's Rhythm Heaven,
Cool.
Let's see. The big one is like Stellar Blade is coming to Switch 2. Because I guess Shift Up has the publishing rights to that now.
Yep.
And last time I checked, it hasn't been like confirmed coming to like Xbox. It just says like Switch. So I don't know if it's one of those like it is or isn't kind of thing. That I don't know. We'll it's one of those we'll see. I would honestly, I'd be surprised if it didn't.
Oh,
but
so I just put the trail. I just put the trailer on. I'm like, this looks edgy as fuck. What am I watching? I realized it was an ad for Crossfire.
Like, yeah.
Like,
that was
that's
in
why
Summer
it looks-
Games Fest. I didn't really talk about it because it was just kind of whatever.
Yeah, I was like, why does
oh yeah,
this
there was
not-
that Hex game that looked kind of neat.
Yeah,
That wasn't in the thing I saw. Goddamn.
I was
it.
just so confused. Like, why does this look edgy and not like horny as fuck? I'm like, oh, it's because it's not fucking Stellar Blade. That's
Yeah.
why.
We got a more of a deep dive into Orbitals, which looks really cool. That's
Yeah.
coming out in September. I'm probably gonna play that. I'm interested in that for sure.
It's got a unique look to it. And
Oh yeah, and it's definitely going for that. It Takes Two. What was the other one they did recently? Fuck, I can see the cover. Split Fiction.
Fiction, yeah.
Like that's clearly the gameplay loop it's going for. So yeah, it looks cool. I could play that with Junior or maybe somebody in the Discord. Who knows? So that would be cool. Rayman Legends, Big Walk. Oh yeah, I had to ask you about this game, particularly because of Alex.
Oh, the One Piece.
One Piece Grand Gourmet. So a management sim starring characters from the One Piece show. It says build a floating restaurant with a Straw Hat crew, cook up new dishes using devil fruit abilities, collect ingredients, and customize your space in a charming management sim. Serve up an unforgettable, Freudian slip, dining experience, and watch familiar characters become regulars as your restaurant grows into the greatest restaurant on the seas. Coming out October 23rd. So do you think Alex would play this? I feel like she would.
Yeah, probably. Well, it's One Piece. I mean,
it's One Piece, and it's like a cooking management sim, which seems like her kind of game.
I should actually send her this trailer, let her see it. But
yeah.
Honestly, I mean, it looks, for what it is, it looks fun. I like the pixel art. Pixel art's kind of cute.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play this because I don't.
No.
Those aren't my kind of games, but I could see this being a hit.
Not either, but I'll send it to her. She'll probably be into it.
Sure, why not?
It looks harmless, and that's fine.
For sure. Yeah, it's not going to ruin anybody's life, I don't think. Unlike the show.
Someone's villain arc started because of this game.
I can't wait to read that obituary. So we got some stuff for Pokopia. Like, we got a free update today, which lets people go under the ocean. You can hang out
playing that.
You can hang out with Poplio. And I guess they're doing an expansion, like paid DLC. So basically, Pokopia is like Switch 2's Animal Crossing.
Yeah, at this point.
Where it's like the free updates, the expansion pass. They're really going in. Yeah, why not? Maybe one day I'll buy it, but I don't have the time, man.
It's fun. I just legit don't have time to play it ever.
Exactly. But speaking of making time to play games, we got a nice look at Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
It looks
Can we gush about this one for a second?
It
looks
so
my
good.
God. Oh,
why?
I think you and me are both like, because Three Houses fell in love with it, and I've been waiting for like the follow-up, and this is clearly the follow-up.
Yeah, because Three Houses, like, I love like Awakening, but Three Houses is like the Fire Emblem for me. I love everything about this game.
Yeah, and this is clearly like it's the same team.
Oh yeah,
like Intelligent Systems and Koei Tecmo, and they're going through trying to do like that Three Houses loop again with like the free time.
I love that too. I'm so happy. You know what? You know what stuck out to me the most?
The game looks gorgeous too.
It does. But what stuck out to me the most, the 4 protagonists. They are so unlike any protagonist I think we've had in a Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious what the reaction's going to be. I don't want to look online because I'm already expecting bad things, but I like it.
Most of the talk seems to be people are hype as hell.
The fans were. I'm sure we're going to get some losers.
I didn't see. It wasn't like
I didn't look very hard. So,
what was that other Fire Emblem we got? Engage. Like there were no character designs that were like the Engage ones where people are like, ugh. Like nothing looked bad in this one. Like it all looked fairly like Three Houses, which I liked all the Three Houses character designs.
I will say the one dude looks like Alucard, which is kind of funny.
I think he looks fucking cool as hell.
No, he does. But I'm just like when I saw the first 3, I'm like, oh, they look unique.
Yeah, Diedrich, I think is his name.
But then I saw him, I'm like, it's Alucard.
Cool. Yeah. But yeah, I'm super hyped for this. It's coming out September 17th.
I'm curious.
We're dusting off our Switch 2s and we're going all in on this.
This will be like the Switch 2 game. I need to play. I gotta replay Three Houses because it's been a while.
It's gonna take you a while, man. It's a long game.
I can't just use COVID as the excuse to play all 5 stories.
I'm sure somebody did because that came out. Yeah, that was 2019, right?
Yeah, no, I bought it 2019, but I didn't get around to it till COVID. And I actually did play all 5 stories during COVID.
Hell yeah, proud of you. And I feel like this game also is going to have like the multiple stories. So
I hope it does.
A game that if you do everything, it's like you'll have like 600 hours in this game.
I'm guessing because of the 4 protagonists, we're going to get at least 4 stories, and I wonder if they'll do like a split story.
Yeah. And then I get roped into the side story like a bitch. But
also, it looks like
we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, and it also looks like they're not doing the. They're doing the same thing Three Houses did, where they're downplaying the romance shit, which is great because we don't. Awakening was fine, but my god, they got out of fucking control with Fates.
Yeah, like I like the whole theme of this is like gladiators.
Yeah,
like, that's a really cool theme.
The thing
because we don't get enough gladiator games.
The thing that I am the most curious about is how does this tie into Three Houses because it's clearly the same world.
Yes, clearly. We'll see. Maybe there's a great calamity in this game too.
I'm hyped as fuck though. It looks.
Oh yeah, amazing. I'm very excited for the day one buy. Absolutely.
This is going to be like the Switch. There's like only one other game in this entire presentation that is going to be like a day one buy for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this game looks so fucking cool. I'm all in. This game looked interesting. Ninjala 2, the Uncharted Planet. I don't even know about Ninjala 1. I guess that was probably in like a Switch Direct years ago that I forgot about. But yeah, it's like this big old action adventure thing. First half of a 2-part saga where you're like a ninja just screwing around. I don't know. It looks kind of cute. Looks like it could be something neat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. We'll see. It definitely like a budget title though. Something I wouldn't spend full price on.
Yeah, I'll wait till I see what the thoughts are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of like what the fuck, the Nintendo Switch Online Donkey Kong Challenge event. A new Donkey Kong themed challenge event has started on Switch Online and will run until September 1st. Players can take on challenges in various Donkey Kong games to earn collectible digital challenge cards.
Cool. Something I don't care about in the slightest.
What the fuck is this? Like, why?
Yeah, it's legit shit I don't give a fuck about. So,
like, it just feels like another weird excuse for Nintendo to half-ass like achievements.
Yeah,
and I'm like, Nintendo, shit or get off the pot when it comes to this achievement thing. Like, you'll have them in games here and there. You'll do that like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom app on your phone that has them in there. You'll do this thing, and it's like, if you want to do achievements, just do system-wide achievement. Just fucking do it already. Jesus. Like, just give people an option to turn them on or off, and then just leave it there, okay?
Yeah.
Like, it's annoying, and this thing is fucking stupid. Like, unless you're a Donkey Kong super fan, I can't see why anybody would care.
Yeah.
Seriously, I just no.
And especially with like how hard like Bonanza kind of falls off. Like I'm just
Yeah, and also with Bonanza, they're like, oh, you can give Donkey Kong a Mario outfit now, and I'm like, sure,
cool.
whatever.
I'm sure kids will love it.
Man, I really wanted Bonanza to be better than it was. It just
gameplay. The gameplay is great. It just that's all it is.
It doesn't keep my interest. I'd have to force my way through the game, and I really don't want to do that.
It doesn't have like the soul that Odyssey had. Like Odyssey had such a fucking soul to it.
I know, right? I'm just still waiting for that 3D Mario. It didn't get announced here, but I didn't think it would, to be honest.
No.
If we see that earliest September Direct, at the very earliest, I feel like it's going to be next year.
Neither did Ace Attorney 8 or 7. All those Ace Attorney fans are crying in a corner.
Yeah, I keep hearing there's something with that, so I don't know. Maybe they'll save it for Game Awards.
They're trying to will it into existence, and I'm just like, guys.
I've heard it's a thing.
I know.
Like internally, it's a thing, but I guess they're just. I don't know.
I'll believe it when I see it.
That's fair enough. Could be a Game Awards thing. Why not? We'll see. Anyways, we're getting a new Muramasa game, which looks kind of neat.
So it's not new. It's basically an updated version of the original with the bonus content from the Vita version.
Well, it still looks neat.
It does. I mean, it's a gorgeous game then. It's a gorgeous game now.
Yeah. Yeah. Neat little thing coming out early next year. We got all the Xenoblade stuff, and I'm sorry, guys. I don't care.
Wait, you don't want to buy Xenoblade Chronicles again?
I only bought it once, and then I sold it because I never played it.
Yeah.
Because I just could not. It was the definitive edition of 1 because I just could not bring myself to play it. I don't know why. Something about Xenoblade feels so impenetrable to me as an RPG series that like I just don't know. For me, like a lot of people love it, and that's fine. Like I'm not hating. It's just I don't know if it's really my thing because it just doesn't look super appealing to me. Outside of like I think Shulk looks cool and I like his weird sword. But that's really about it.
That's 100% fair. My thing with Xenoblade is it is a very anime-looking JRPG.
Yeah.
And my issue with that is I'm a Tales fan. And I'm like, if I want my kick of anime-looking RPGs, I'm going to play a Tales game. So
that's fair.
It's kind of like one of those things where like these games look fine. Like the new one, Genesis looks...
It looks gorgeous.
It does look gorgeous, but I mean that's kind of always been Xenoblade's thing.
Yeah, and it's it's cool that it exists, and I'm happy for the Xenoblade. I like to see where the series, the arc the series has gone through. Like I'm glad to see it still existing and being super popular. But
considering it was a game that we had to fight for,
exactly. Like if I was around then, I probably would have bought the version on Wii just to like see what the big fucking deal was. But maybe one of these days I'll sit down and try Xenoblade 1 just to see if it clicks. So yeah. And yeah, the new Xenoblade's coming out next year, Xenoblade Genesis. So we're going to get Phil Collins in there, which makes me very happy.
Is the European version called Xenoblade Mega Drive?
That's Peter Gabriel in it.
That would be really funny if it
was. Also, speaking of weird, I'm not surprised this exists, but it did throw me off guard for a second. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort, they actually did it. So not only did they do Wii Sports again, they're doing Wii Sports Resort again.
With like not Mii's, because like Mii's just aren't really a thing
I think
anymore.
there are Mii's in this one now because they had mentioned them like kind of offhandedly. So maybe they actually did kind of put them in as an option. But here's the thing. Wii Sports Resort, the original, is a phenomenal game. It's awesome because it gives you just about all the stuff from the original Wii Sports, but gives you so much more as well. And that's when they had like, the Joy-Con, not the Joy-Con, the Wii Motion Plus. Yeah. And it's great. Like I love archery on Wii Sports Resort. Like the golf is super great on there. Table tennis, everybody likes, like the flying around the planes. Like there's a lot of cool stuff there. And I feel like And Switch Sports I thought was fine. I have it. I've played it. Thrack Jr. loves it. We mess around with it. We have a great time. Like, it's a good family game.
I forgot Switch Sports existed.
Oh yeah, and it's been a good bonding experience with my child. So seeing this is like, yeah, he'll probably want this too. And it has like, it has the wakeboarding in there. It's got the boxing, table tennis, archery, regular tennis, volleyball, bowling, a lot of the stuff from the original Switch Sports. They add in some new stuff like basketball as well, golf. But a new one is thumb wrestling. And even Koizumi showed off the thumb wrestling, and I'm like, this looks really dumb. Like, they were struggling to add new stuff.
I think I saw like one person, like, we'll get to it later. There was like an entire spiel of like games where they just kind of farted them out in like 3 seconds. And everyone's like, we had like an entire segment dedicated to thumb wrestling, and all these other games just kind of got like a
but that's Nintendo Directs for you, unfortunately. Because there's always something in the sizzle reel people get hyped for, and it's like, why did you show it? Right?
Yep.
And there's also like skateboarding and all this other stuff. So I mean, I'll probably end up having to get it for the son, but we'll have a good time with it because, I mean, it looks cool, and Switch Sports is fun. Switch Sports is a fun game for sure. Just please give me offline progression. I hate that the original Switch Sports, you can only gain stuff by playing online with people.
Yeah,
that's really annoying. Yeah, so we'll see if they fix that, and that's out in October. So I'll probably get them that for Christmas or something. Okay, here's the thing I wanted to talk to you about. Part 3 of Bill talking about RPGs. It was recently announced that RuneScape Dragon Wilds is leaving Steam Early Access, coming to PS5, Series X in September, as well as Switch 2. Bill, what the hell is RuneScape Dragon Wilds?
RuneScape Dragon Wilds. It is so it's not RuneScape like the game, like a lot of people thought initially. It is a co-op survival kind of game, and it's basically like an original game that's using the RuneScape assets to kind of try to be its own thing.
Because it looks like that, like modern RuneScape.
It's honestly even more modern than that. Because like,
yeah, I thought this was like a brand new thing.
It basically is. Like, because this is not like the main RuneScape. It is an interesting side thing JJX is trying to do to get more people into this.
Yeah, because RuneScape is very much like, oh, that old thing I played when I was 10.
And most people still play.
I mean, yeah, that's very true.
So it's a cool idea. It looks nice, but I'm not gonna lie.
Have you played it?
I played it once and I was unimpressed.
Okay.
Because it's the thing about it is, it's not playing the game. I'm like, this isn't why I like RuneScape. I like RuneScape because it's RuneScape. It's old and like archaic and janky, and it's been a thing I've played since I was a child, and it's point and click and simple. The problem with this game is it's a fine idea. I'm happy for the fact that they're getting on consoles finally. Like RuneScape, that's been like a little meme in like the RuneScape community forever. Is like when RuneScape get to consoles. But it's a generic survival co-op game, and I'm just like, there's so many of these, and I'm like, the RuneScape branding doesn't even really shine through, to be honest. It's kind of like, aside from that little RuneScape logo, it's like, it's a thing, I guess.
So what you're saying is this game is bad, nobody should play it.
It's not bad, it's just unremarkable.
Yeah.
Like it's literally a case of like, I'm sure it appeals to somebody, but it's not me.
Well, all right then. Thank you. I needed some education on this one.
Yeah, it's not old school runes. Like if they put old school RuneScape on a console, I'm not sure how they would because it's a point and click game, but
I mean, the consoles can very much run it.
Oh yeah, they could run it.
That game runs on pencil lead.
Java is Java still a thing? I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't think so.
I don't know exactly what old school runs on because old school is literally an engine from 07, but
HTML code. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's spaghetti code. But
yeah, that's true. So yeah, big pass on that guy.
Yeah, I'm not that interested.
Yeah. I guess shout out to our some of our Discord pals, especially Jelly, go with Hello Kitty Party Land.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure that is something they will be all fucking over when it comes out. So I hope they enjoy it. There's a demo for Star Fox out. Just ask our buddy Chris from Novel Console about it. You can talk to him about it. Okay. This one was like, what the hell is this? Final Fantasy Resonance.
This is a game that I'm amazed took them this long.
So from what I gathered, this is like an HD 2D Final Fantasy game, but it's based on a mobile game.
I believe so.
So this is like Octopath Traveler 0, pretty much, where they're taking a mobile game and reworking it to make it more of a console game. But if you play it, people go, you can still see the bones of the mobile game in here.
Yes.
Because that's the issue with 0, from what I've heard.
Yes. The thing here is that stylistically, it's definitely going for more of a Final Fantasy. Which,
yeah, like it looks cool.
Like, my thing here with this is the HD 2D engine we've had forever. Like, it's starting to get to the point where now people are kind of over it. Which is fair.
Which I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, like when Octopath Traveler 1 first came out and everyone thought it looked cool and they were starting to toy with doing more of it, I knew we were going to get to this point where people were going to get sick of it.
Yeah. And
because it hasn't really evolved with the times.
No.
You know what I mean? Like the closest we have is maybe like Star Ocean 2 remake, which takes the HD 2D idea and evolves it.
It actually does something interesting with it.
Exactly.
Now, I will say, I'm actually kind of hyped for this just because when they first started doing these, I was like, all right, when's the next Final Fantasy going to be made on here? And I'm amazed it took them this long.
Well, because you knew they weren't going to do like a mainline Final Fantasy game.
No. And I'm honestly fine with that because the producer of the mainline series is his head is up his ass sometimes. Turn-based RPGs aren't popular anymore. Persona?
Easy, Bill. Easy, Bill.
I'm just saying, like, my God, the tone deafness from some of his comments, I'm like...
I have a weird feeling 17 is going to be a turn-based game.
I hope so.
But we'll talk about that in like 5 years.
Yeah. That being said, though, this looks really fun. And I'm down for it because I wanted old turn-based 2D Final Fantasy. We haven't had one in a long time.
It looks okay, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just got a weird vibe out of it. I think when I heard that, like, oh, it's on the bones of a mobile game, I'm like, oh, because then you know what that means. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Fantasian was as well, and I was happy with that game.
But Fantasian is like, it was just a game that happened to be a mobile game. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't built to be. You know how like mobile games are, right? Like it wasn't built to be that. Whereas, you know, like say like an Octopath 0 kind of thing, you know, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong and the game's actually really great. So yeah, we'll see.
I'm interested in it.
Yeah. And that's out in October. I guess Piku Niku's getting a 3D sequel. That's cool. I played a bit of the first one. It's a cute game. Sure. Yes. We got an actual look at Dragon Quest Monsters: The Withered World, because in that like Dragon Quest 2 reveal, they also mentioned, oh, by the way, a new Dragon Quest Monsters game, and they just kind of threw it in the like, by the way, and here we actually got to see it. Looks cool. I'm still waiting on my copy of Dark Prince GameStop. Where the fuck is it? Still waiting on that. And yeah, this one, why not? It's got fusing in it. Which is cool. And yeah, looks like a Dragon Quest Monsters game. Why not? That's out in December. So I will add it to the collection as I wait not patiently patiently enough for Dragon Quest 12.
Yep.
I'm not sure what to make of this one. It's the Duskbloods. So we finally got to see it again. And it doesn't have a release date. But they announced that they're doing like a closed network test in the summer. I don't know what that means. I don't think anybody really knows what that means. And it's like, is this game still coming out this year? Or is it getting delayed to next year? A part of me hopes it gets delayed to next year because I counterpicked it. Honestly, I will see if I can get into the closed network test because I'm kind of curious to it. I don't know what I have to do to get in. I might see if I can. So if I do, I will update you guys on what it is going to be, because I'm curious to it. Because I'm slowly becoming a FromSoft guy, so we'll see. Some more Splatoon Raiders stuff. Again, I'll probably play that. It looks cool. Deltarune Chapter 5. Call me when it's done. Call me when they do all 7 chapters and I can buy the whole thing in a bundle. Yeah, then I'll fucking play it. Fuck out of here.
I lost interest after 2.
I played Chapter 1 and I was like, cool, where's the rest of it?
Yeah.
honestly, can I be real here? I'm fucking sick of Toby Fox.
Yeah.
Undertale was cool, but like, why the fuck did you think this was a good idea to do with Deltarune, man? And like, I'm just sick of all the shit. I'm just fucking sick of it. You know, like, again, call me when it's done. I'm sure it'll be a fine game, but like, fuck off. Just fuck off. ReFantazio Switch 2, that's cool. Minecraft Switch, whatever. Okay. One of the weirder parts, the fucking sizzle reel. I have a list of the sizzle reel games. So we got the new Atelier game thrown in there. Space Marine 2. Yeah. Space Marine 2. Great game. Y'all should play it. Observer System Redux. This is like a Bloober Team horror thing. I guess they'd done it years ago, and this is like a new version of it. Because they're working on a Nintendo exclusive horror game. I think it's called Project M. So
Other M?
Yeah. I wish.
It would make it interesting.
I fucking wish. If Bloober Team were making a Metroid game, I would lose my mind. But we'll see. DayZ, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection, Rise of the Tomb Raider. So I guess they're doing some like Tomb Raider stuff. Snow Runner, Fitness Boxing 3, Everbloom, Final Fantasy 14 Online. Sure.
Playing
All right, Bill. All right, Bill. I know you've been waiting for this for the last 3 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's taken a long time. We told you there was a lot that happened. The rumors were true. The leaks were true. Tales of Eternia remastered coming out October 16th, 2026. First question. Is there more than what we saw in the sizzle reel? Did Bamco give us a proper trailer after the fact?
No, not really. They kind of.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Tales boy over here, tell us all about Tales of Eternia remastered coming out October 16th.
Well, from the little we've seen, it's not quite the PSP version like I thought. It does appear to be a actually cleaned up version, because like I'm looking at some side by sides, and yeah, it's updated. They did new voice work, which was interesting. But here's the thing, and this is going to be I'm curious how this is going to go for them. Tales fans have been asking for some of the older ones that we haven't got, so they're testing the waters with one of the old 2D games. Tales fans in America don't really know these 2D games very well. I'm curious how this game's gonna go over, because 2D Tales is very different from 3D Tales.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this was the one to go for, though?
This one was the most convenient option, because it's newer than Destiny, it's newer than Fantasia, and it had a convenient translation already done.
Do you think it's the same translation?
From what I've seen, it looks like the PSP translation. It's probably been updated a little bit. It was probably the most convenient one. It's also Eternia, I think, is a bit of a fan favorite.
Okay.
I mean, it got a PSP remake.
This counts for something.
Yeah. It is a random choice. I'm just a little surprised, but I would have liked like something like Rebirth or Destiny 2, not Tales of Eternia Destiny 2, like the actual Destiny 2. Just because we never got those.
Yeah.
But I'm interested. It's gonna definitely be I hate to say it, but it's probably gonna make it or break it for the series, because if this bombs, I doubt we'll ever see another one of these.
Do you think this is them still avoiding like doing like a proper remaster of Abyss, a remake of Fantasia, like the ones if they want to do to bring back some of those other older ones that people want, but they have to actually put effort into them.
I feel like this is definitely a cheap and quick one that they could have done, which is my theory on most
Tales
of
of Occam's Razor.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna. Abyss is the one that's like driving people nuts because it is literally the last of like the icon. Well, then Xillia 2. Xillia 2 is also confusing.
I think Xillia 2 is probably going to happen.
I hope so.
They did Xillia 1. They might as well.
Yeah, get it off of PS3 purgatory. Like just
exactly. Again, Abyss is like they'd have to put effort into it because there's no HD version of it. So that's why we don't have it. And I think,
or we're gonna get a very lazy port. But
we'll see. And Fantasia, I think, is one they would just have to do a remake of proper if they wanted to do it.
Yeah, because that GBA port is ass.
Like do it like Star Ocean Art, like that kind of style, and I think it would work. But who knows?
It would probably work, but I don't think it's in Bamco. We'll see though. I think Attorney
that we shall. I know you're buying Attorney anyway.
I mean, I am because I'm a shameless simp for the series, but
it's okay.
I mean, everyone's got their one series they love.
Exactly. And I just realized when you said that, we didn't see any new update on Professor Layton, which suggests to me I think that's not coming this year. Because I'm honestly kind of worried about level 5 right now. I feel like they're stretching themselves a bit too thin with some of the ideas they're trying to do, and I think they need the new Layton game to really hit. And what the fuck's going on with Deca Police? And oh boy, it's a shame because I really like them, but we'll see. I mean, I know that new Layton game is going to come out anyway, and I will play it, but I have a feeling it ain't going to be this year. Like if it doesn't show up at the September Direct, it's getting delayed.
Yeah.
Like I think skipping this is okay. But if it's not till September, I'm like, is this gonna be like December or like January or something? We'll see.
Yeah.
But I get your sentiment on the Tales stuff. So is Eternia one I would even like?
Hard to say, honestly, because the 2D games are different. I'd recommend emulating like the original PS2 version, probably.
Okay.
I asked Chris. Chris would probably have an interesting take on it.
That he does.
I know the 2D games. The 2D games are harder to recommend because they're not nearly as beginner friendly as like say like Symphonia or
Vesperia.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. We got more Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Sure did.
So I guess now they're doing like the actual native ports of 1 through 3 to the Switch 2.
Yeah, that's probably for the better because of those weird like.
And also this weird collection is also coming to Xbox as well. But what's weird is those games have already been there, but it was like the 3 separate like 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, and 3. So I'm not sure what the is between those versions and these versions. I don't really know. I already own 1.5 and 2.5, and I know 2.8 and 3 are on sale. But it's like, but now they have this bundle for like 75, and it's like everything. Like the only thing I think this version has that the other ones don't is the DLC for 3, like the Remind stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, whatever. Eventually I'll sit down and play the entire series, but we're just not there yet. But it's nice to see that they finally heard everybody and are doing proper native ports to Switch. Because when they did the cloud versions on Switch 1, people were fucking pissed.
They were not great. That's the best way to put it.
So I guess now Switch 2 is able to do it. So cool. But the big one, Kingdom Hearts 4.
I'm happy for Eric.
Yeah, I haven't. I hope he's okay. I haven't heard from him. I imagine he lost his mind.
Yeah, he said that on his server, and I'm happy for him. It's really sad that I think he lost his mind more for this than I did for Persona 4.
I will say the trailer looks great.
Oh, it does. I mean, Kingdom Hearts, they look good.
Yeah, like I really like how this looks, and yeah, the gameplay is always super fun. But I'm curious to what this like map is. Like what this area is. I mean, it looks like the world ends with you, doesn't it?
A little. I think a lot of Nomura is kind of leaking into his other games a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, it's very curious to what this game's going to do as far as like story and everything goes. Like gameplay is going to be fine because the games have always really excelled in the gameplay department.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. So, and they're really toning down the Disney stuff. Like Donald and Goofy are there, but only in like a little glancing bit. So who knows how much Disney is in this game or not?
That's actually, I'm curious about that. How are people going to react to that? Because one of the big appeals is the Disney stuff.
Yeah, well, but people complained about 3 having too much Disney stuff.
Yeah, 3 also was like the first one in so long. Well, the first main. Actually, it's so hard to say because there's fucking 1,000 of these games.
Exactly,
and the plot is the most
mess.
Trying to explain the best one to play is fucking Birth by Sleep because it's literally the start of it.
I mean, I still think the best Kingdom Hearts game is 2.
Gameplay wise, yes.
Like top to bottom, that is such a fucking amazing game.
The story is something, but
it's a bit batshit, but I give it a pass.
See, the only reason I always say Birth by Sleep is because Birth by Sleep's literally the start of the story, so there's no nonsense there.
Yeah, but I think from what I've gathered of Kingdom Hearts, it's just like get 1.5, 2.5, play all of that, get to 2.8, play all of that, get to 3, play all that in that order, and you'll probably be.
Yeah, there's a way to play them, and I'm sure it's fine.
Ask Eric in Unlockables; he'll tell you. He's the Kingdom Hearts guy, and basically all this gameplay, it showed off some gameplay, and it said it's coming to Switch 2 day 1, as I'm assuming everything else.
Yeah,
no release date.
That's fine. We don't get people's hopes up. Let them just know it's coming.
I feel like this is going to be the next major thing after 7 Revelation. Once they wrap up the FF7 remake trilogy, I think the next thing is Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, that's honestly probably it's literally because I think he had the same thing with like why the 4 remake took so long is because I'm not 4 the 7 remake took so long is because he had to finish 3.
Yeah.
But
though if you look at it, the 7 remake, they all kind of like FF7 remake was 20. Rebirth was 24, and now Revelation is 27. So they're decently spaced out, actually, when you really think about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Square was definitely putting a lot of money into getting them done at a timely manner.
When they hit part 3, they're like, yeah, we're getting this done as soon as fucking possible. Like, getting this out. So, because they want to be done with it. And I think Kingdom Hearts 4 will be the next major thing for them.
I think they're also a little worried
but also like including Dragon Quest 12 and things like that.
Yeah. I think they're also a little bit worried about the fall off because there was a significant fall off between remake and rebirth.
Oh yeah, and there's going to be another one.
Yeah, because a lot of people
they know it
over it at this point.
Yeah, so but when they bundle them in that big collection, because you know what's going to happen, that thing will sell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4, we'll see. And then the last thing, it was leaked, it was rumored, it's real. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Remake 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Coming out later this year. All they said was 26. I think they said that they will show more of it later. It'll probably get its own little like video trailer thing that they've done with like Star Fox and Splatoon. And yeah, it's real. And you know what? I'm buying it because as some of you know, I've never beaten Ocarina of Time. I've tried before, and the game always kind of bored the shit out of me.
Yeah, same.
But I feel like this remake, this like big budget, big deal remake for Switch 2, is my excuse to finally sit down and play the entire thing.
I never watched this trailer. This is a nothing trailer as well.
Yeah, they like hint at like, the Deku Tree and the intro stuff, like the one kid that doesn't have a fairy, all that stuff. Yeah. And then they show, Link sleeping in bed, and it's like it's clear it's not in the Breath of the Wild engine. It's clearly like its own thing.
A new thing. Yeah.
It's a very new thing. So I bet a lot of work has gone into this because they're like, because that 3DS remake is what it is, right? Yeah. But they were like, if we're doing this again for like Zelda's 40th or whatever, and putting it on Switch 2, this is going to be like a big budget, big deal. Because they know remaking Ocarina of Time in this stature is a huge deal.
Yeah.
So it's my excuse to finally sit down and play the thing. And we all know it's going to be like $70, $80. We all know it's going to be, because
that's why I am not buying
Saps
it day
will
one.
fucking buy. Depends on what the price is. If it's 70, sure, because it's not going to go down in price.
Yeah.
If it's 80, I will wait. But
See,
but it'll give me an excuse to finally give Ocarina of Time that play. And of course, I've seen some people say, well, they do the same with Majora. And I'm like, they might.
if this does well, but
They might. They might. I could see Majora getting that treatment as well. But
yeah.
That was the Nintendo Direct. Again, if you're a Switch 2 person, you're eating real good.
Gonna have some games.
Real good.
Some decent
Oh,
games.
yeah. So good for you guys. But we're not done yet. You can tell we're done. Just a couple tertiary things I wanted to touch before we're done. So there was a couple of like Atari things. So they had originally announced that like Toy Story collection, which I'm all in on. And then they're like, oh yeah, we're doing a Barbie one.
Okay, so the Barbie one, I looked at those games. I've never heard of any of those. I was like, oh,
I have. I've
have
actually
not.
played the NES Barbie, so you know, as Secret Agent Barbie on GBA, I've actually beaten because you can beat that game in like 45 minutes. So, and it's
Sheesh.
fine. It's fine.
I wanted Detective Barbie, but of course that's not going to be here because that's.
I mean, the
PC
one I
point and click.
wanted, the one I wanted was like Magic Pegasus on Game Boy Advance because Way Forward made it, and it's like a search action game. And it's like, damn, that's the one I wanted. But I mean, again, fuck it, why not? Let them cook. That's what I say.
Sure.
Why not? Sure, why not?
If we're doing the Rugrats collection, why not a Barbie collection?
Yeah, why not? And then they also announced, guys, GTA has some kind in November, specifically November 3rd, I think it's November 3rd. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee
Oh, yeah.
remastered. Oh, it looks so beautiful, dude. It's like they're saying remaster, but like the whole game's in like Unreal. It's like completely redone. It's just they didn't make it like super high fidelity, but that's fine. But it looks so fucking good. Oh my god. And Pipeworks is doing it. The people who did it back in the day. It's the original dev.
Oh, that's fun.
They still exist. And it has like online local multiplayer, the destruction mode, some new like single player, because there was like a single player mode in there. So they're adding some extra stuff there.
This is like one of those cult games from back in the day that not everybody played, but the people
I
that
played
did
the shit out of
adore
this
it.
back in the day.
It's like this game and Jaws Unleashed are like those two weird games that people just adore from this era.
Yeah, and I didn't. Well, I got this game later, but a friend of mine growing up, he used to bring it over all the time, and we played the shit out of it. It was such a super fun game, and I pray to God this game has crossplay, because I'm like, everybody, let's play this game. Let's
Need some
play
game
it.
nights.
Oh, dude, if it's cross-platform, this is going to be a hit in game night. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. And it's only let's see, on PS5 and Series, it's going to be $30.
That's
On
acceptable.
Switch 2, it's 40.
Hmm.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But I'm all over this
Fucking
day one.
Nintendo-
November 3rd. Fuck
Nintendo
GTA.
tax.
Fuck GTA. I'm playing Godzilla.
I
Get
love that
outta
the
here.
ballsiness to put it said November. That's actually kind of epic.
Fucking respect. Because there's not going to be a lot of crossover anyway, but
No.
fuck yes. So happy on that one. And speaking of remasters, with Bond and everything doing well, I think it was Saber. Yeah, Saber announced that they are remastering the Hitman Classic Trilogy, the original 3. The original Hitman Codename 47 that's been PC only. Hitman 2, Silent Assassin that was on consoles, and then Hitman Contracts. So they're doing a nice remaster of all 3 games in a collection for next year. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those
Finally
old
get to play
Hitman
that
games,
first one.
yeah, because it's been PC only for a long time. It was going to come to consoles, but the only reason it didn't was they didn't have access to the dev kits. They couldn't get dev kits to port it to consoles at the time, so that's why it never came. But yeah, I'm stoked because I had a blast with Bond, and I'm thinking about going through the Hitman games. Like Blood Money's available on like Steam and everything. Phenomenal. So yeah, more Hitman, more IO. Let's do it. And then the last announcement. We're finally at the end, guys. I swear to God. If you made it this far, props to you. Because I imagine most people have clicked off by now.
Yeah.
They probably saw the time and went, no.
Yeah.
But the last one that really excited me is Star Trek Shadow Frontier.
Yeah. Well, where did this come from?
Well, it's Bloober Team. They're working on a survival horror game set in the Star Trek universe. It follows Ensign Rowe and they brought back Michelle Forbes to do it.
That is fun.
From TNG and Picard and everything. It says here, while answering a distress call, Rowe crash lands her ship on an uncharted planet, which appears to be a spaceship graveyard. As she explores the planet's corrupted surface and crosses paths with other survivors, she must face twisted creatures, a hostile ecosystem, and an entity that seeks to envelop her body and mind. The Bloober Team CEO said, "We've been waiting a long time to finally share what we've been working on. Lifelong fans of science fiction, Star Trek has always had a special place in our heart. By combining our passion with what we do best, horror, we've partnered with Paramount to create something truly unique." Paramount's also publishing this. A new adventure set in a beloved universe, enriched in our own signature layer of dark psychological horror. Trying to think if they had a release date attached to this one. I don't know if they did. But like, it just says coming soon. It's coming to Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch 2. I am fucking stoked. This game looks incredible. Like, I wonder how long this has been in the works for.
Yeah.
But like, wow. And seeing people who don't know much about Trek.
Yeah, it's very
okay.
obvious.
That's okay. There's a lot. It's a deep well. I haven't even dug in the whole deep well. People being like, Star Trek and horror, interesting, and it's like, and I had to explain. Well, I had to explain to him that Star Trek has always been horror adjacent. Like TOS is a horror show.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you've watched episodes of the original series, it is fucking scary at times.
Voyager.
Some of the crazy shit. Voyager has that. DS9, even TNG, like all of them have elements of horror because think about it. You're exploring strange new worlds. You're going out into the universe and seeing what the hell's out there. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that's like hostile and not in your favor, right?
Oh yeah.
But Star Trek hasn't always like gone complete horror the way Bloober Team does it. I think that's the stark part about it. But it looks so cool. It's great to see like Ensign Rowe getting her own thing proper because I've always liked her character in TNG. As like a late addition into, I think season 5 is when she appears because she has her own story, but we won't get into that here. But yeah, I am all over the, again, Bloober Team, when they said they were done making shitty games, I guess they
got their confidence with the 2 remake and then this.
Like, and now they're just going up, and people really like Chronos: The New Dawn. And they're doing this thing. They're doing the Saw game. They still have that Project M with Nintendo. They're doing the Silent Hill 1 remake as well. So yeah, like they're hitting a stride.
Their character
right
arc
now
is like one of those unexpected ones in gaming.
Like all of a sudden they're like, okay, we're gonna be good now. And it's like, holy shit, you are. This is amazing. And I think they're working on a Layers of Fear 3 as well.
Wow.
So I think that's like the series they did that people seem to like in general. So yeah, really excited for this guy. I'm all over it. In fact, we might drag Matt to talk about it in the future.
Yeah,
because that would be because I'm stoked as hell for this game.
I don't even think we have to drag him. I think he'll be right here, ready for it.
Exactly. And yeah, that is everything. Oh, Jesus Christ. And nothing and no other surprise announcements in the middle of this. Thank God.
And holy shit, we don't have enough time in the fucking day for most of this shit.
No, we don't. But goddamn, like again, this feels like, as I said, the post-COVID, like we're past it now, and everybody's letting everything go.
Yeah,
and we're definitely going to be oversaturated.
Oh
sure.
Yeah.
Like September is super stacked. October is getting stacked. November and December are clear as a whistle. January doesn't really have much. February is becoming stacked. Stuff we have announced for next year that doesn't have times. Like, good God, man. Like, fucking hell. We need to start making more money. and we need to be working full-time remote jobs.
I can't do that in my trade.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to have more remote days, but it's a whole thing in my company. I won't get into it, but yeah.
Yeah. And
But yeah. Can you guys see
for.
why we didn't talk about our game this week?
Yeah.
Because we just wouldn't have had the time, and we've had to have tourniqueted a lot of our conversation as well.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we could have gone on for a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So
But
next week, we'll probably just be talking about the game.
yeah, honestly.
I don't think we'll cover any news unless something huge happens.
Unless a shocker pops up.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go to bed.
Let's once again, guys, thanks for joining us on the 3DO experience. You can find
This
3DO
is a
Experience.
3D, damn it.
Yeah, but it's going to be a regular numbered episode, but that's fine. Yeah, find us on SuperPod Network, all the podcasting stuff. Check out all the awesome shows over there. Thrack Ops Monday.
I think it's going to be out Monday. Yeah, I'm in the middle of working on it, and yeah, I'm shooting for Monday, episode 14, and then episode 15. It's probably not going to be until July because of scheduling stuff. Because I'm going to have a guest for that one, so we aren't recording it until July. But hopefully, I'll get it out early mid-July, and then hopefully I can get into a decent cadence with the next couple episodes.
Nice.
Yeah,
And,
but yeah, 14 will be out Monday.
Nice. And look out for some other projects we got going on, like a 3D Owned and some other.
Speaking of not having time for stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some other guest appearances. I'll wait till they're closer for us to reveal.
Oh yeah. I have some in the works, but I'll shout them out when they're done.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us. We will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
If you're not playing on a 3DO system, what are you playing with?